in the per team fee, and that'll take care of it. There are other ways too, so well, we'll see what happens. But
Okay.
we're solvent. We've got plenty of cash. We've got that excess 86,000 that we used to be 100,000 that we have in the bank. So we can draw on that when we need to. And this was one time when we needed to. So there it is. I mean, right now we're sitting in about 24 and 86, whatever that is, 110. But I think we're still, Greg, if I'm not mistaken, you've still got a pretty good chunk of things to payables yet. Yes.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is, if you'll take a look here, take a look at your screen.
Joanne, is my phone in the car, in the truck? Do you recall that you were around?
Yes, I did. But I didn't know.
Greg, let Carlos in.
It was me. I was looking for my phone. Could you grab it for me?
I'll go ahead.
Carlos needs to get in.
Who's trying to get in?
Carlos.
All right.
Oh.
And
I think it's in the truck.
Titilio.
Or call it.
Okay, hold on.
You got two people wanting to get in.
Gotcha.
All right, okay.
All right, where were we at?
Okay. Anywho, if you take a look at the screen, those checks that are there, the Serenity account is for the whatever, the 1099s that went out for tax purposes. That's what they charge for that.
That's some expensive 1099s, Greg.
Yeah, well, and whatever else.
Les, are you going to do them from now on?
Well, I mean, how many 1099s did they do, Greg?
How many assigners we got? 7, 8, 9.
I don't see other 1099.
9 of them.
Some expensive 1099s.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Les, you and I talked about this also. There may be some of those 1099s really don't need to be. They're contract employees and they don't fit, I don't think, the exact definition of a 1099 employee. Not that it matters, but we could save ourselves a little bit of effort sending them out.
okay.
How much are they charging us per 1099?
Like $75.
Gee.
Okay. These other expenses here are semifinal referee fees. Okay. Believe it or not, that $1,000 expenditure was from last year's college grant. She never cashed the check until last week. Now I don't know how she got. I don't know how she got it to go through because it's only good for 30 days or 90 days. So
not good for a year.
Okay, whatever. Okay, we're good with that. And as you can see, well, if it'll come up, here we go. The other expenditures that we have on here, there's more checks for semifinal referees. We also have the hotel and stuff for the weekend is on here. The big expenditure there, the $36.80, was the referee fees for the weekend for the championship. And then the marketing and admin costs that are on here, as well as the medals and whatnot. So it's
Has
all.
Everybody gotten their expenses in by now? It would be good if you guys would get your mileage or whatever else it is, so we can clear that and see what we got.
Yeah, this I believe.
I have to get in the fees.
65.5, I think. Is that right, Les? That's the IRS per mile charge now.
Is it really?
65.5.
Really? Wow. Okay, I got to get mine in. I didn't know that.
On the referee fees, do we have the complete list of everybody that we have not paid yet?
I'm still looking. I'm still looking for 2 more. They're like buried 10 deep in the emails.
Okay.
I got to find them.
Are they
I know
from
there's 2 more.
Okay, all right.
I know there's 2 more we got. I believe the other big expenditure here, if I'm not mistaken, the 4589, that was for the backdrop.
Yeah, that's reusable, but that's
No,
also
That was more than the backdrop. No. The backdrop was only like 2,000 or 1,200,
That
1,500.
was the backdrop, the medals, a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stuff. The invoice.
Yeah.
have we got all that in now, Carlos? Is everything off your table and gotten to Greg so we can
Yes.
put our arms around it? All right.
Yeah.
So other
And
than
Paul-
some expenses,
Paul, I gotta
some
send
mileage
for-
expenses or toll expenses, we should have that wrapped up within, say, 2 weeks and see what the total looks like together, everything.
And then Paul, I gotta send for the trainer and the
Okay?
referee sign. I think that's it. Jerry, that's all we have, right? I think
Yeah.
that's all we have for the
The
tournament.
trainer, the referee.
Yeah, just important to get it in so we don't get whipsawed with it and we can really put it
No,
in
no, no,
one.
I'll get
So they
that
say,
in.
hey, this is what it cost.
Right. Because we got to break down what the championships cost us. I mean, the
Yeah,
exact.
it's good. I mean, it's good to know. You know,
And then we also have
budget.
all the fees, all the penalty fees we send out. They've all not been paid yet, right? So we have all that we can invoice to come back into the league, right?
Well, that's still a receivable. We haven't got it.
Well, we're going to talk, Charlie, we're going to talk about it in a minute. That's one of my,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I want to talk about.
But I think Les and I spent some time at the last weekend really tightening down how the system works. And he's now got it down. And I think we've got everything going and coming. We'll be able to run some receivables. We both agree you can't have, it's silly to put receivables in before the season because you got no idea how many teams somebody's really going to have. So
Right.
you really are dealing on a cash basis with that. The only receivables we really end up with are these the fines and the rescheduling fees.
Exactly. Gotcha.
But anyhow, those are line by line, all the expenses for the past month.
Now, these are in QuickBooks. Is that coming from QuickBooks?
No, that's just the bank
No.
statement.
That's the bank
Okay.
statement.
Okay, good. All right.
That's why we have up to date with that, because I can go to the bank and pull it right out.
Yeah, but Les, you can you'll be able to.
I will
look at
update
it.
the QuickBooks this week,
Yeah, you can.
and I will send you a report, Paul, as we talked
right.
about.
Yeah, just yeah.
Well, now, is this the last we're going to be paying whatever company for like the 1099s and taxes?
Yes,
and,
we're
I
done
mean,
with,
are we totally clear from all those
we're
people?
totally clear with Serenity.
Okay.
We're done with them.
Okay. Got it.
We need a receipt for $1,000 for any of our services so we can get reimbursed from the Port Charlotte tourism organization.
Okay, have we invoiced them?
We need to send them. They'll reimburse us for example, for the backdrop. They'll give us up to $1,000.
So we get
Okay.
$1,000 from them.
Yeah,
You need an invoice. You
yeah.
need an invoice, right?
Who's Charlie? Is that you or is that
Send
Carlos?
me
No,
the
so what it
information
is-
and I'll send the invoice.
How it works, Paul, it's our business bureau, so our county wants these tournaments, so there's a business bureau guy, this guy Sean, great guy. And we actually put in, like, so when you guys talked to me about doing the
Yeah.
hosting it, I put in for it, so he puts in our budget, so he was able to, that's what we didn't pay for the field, we got charged for the fields, but he paid for them for me.
Right.
And then Carlos was able to get an extra 1,000 from him for USA League.
Yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
he paid my fees. He paid my fees. I paid for the fields, and then he goes ahead and pays Carlos. We had to prove by Carlos saying we had to prove we have money out. We had to prove that we had brought money.
Sure,
into
sure.
the field.
So between Les and Carlos, we'll
Yeah.
do the paperwork we need to do.
Right.
Send me the information. I can email the invoice to them.
You got,
Right.
hey Les, you got the hotel stuff in right here.
With whatever description you want in there also.
You can go right into the bank line and get these right off of there.
Yeah, I got they're in QuickBooks.
And
Okay,
Carlos, I put all that in, so he sees how much we spent there, just us alone. You know what I'm saying, Carlos?
Yeah,
Even if it's pay us $1,000, at least he sees it, you know?
Yes,
yeah. And I'm sending him also some artwork that he's gonna post. I took a whole bunch of pictures and videos of all the people that attended,
Awesome,
so he's
awesome.
gonna see that it
He's a
was well
great
worth
guy.
it.
He's a great
Yeah.
guy to work with, so.
Very
Good,
good. Yeah, that's
good.
great work.
very cool. All right, anything else, Mr. Paul?
That's it.
okay. We're done with this. I can close this out.
Okay,
All right.
all right, we're going to Mr. Coco, Secretary.
You mean Kai?
Hi. Yeah, Mr. Coco.
I'm sorry, everything's going okay, nothing to report.
Well, that's a good thing. Good. All right, VP of Senior Boys, Mr. Les.
Well, not much to report, but I just want to say I was truly honored to be a part of last weekend's event and impressed with how things went. You know,
Yes.
so kudos to all the organizers.
Yes. No, it went very smooth. Very smooth.
Absolutely. It was
very smooth.
fantastic.
And one
Fantastic.
note, thank you, Charlie, for mentioning we need a trainer because we had some fractures. We had some
Yeah,
people break their
Yeah.
arm, leg, or
And some
whatever. And
some
Yeah, we
broken
got some
bones.
injuries.
whatever we paid, we got it back in return for that. That was
yeah, that was good
That was great.
protection.
all right. Mr. Les is done. Is Kai here?
Nope.
All right, Kai's
Who-
gone.
Who was the
VP.
Kai that was on then?
Oh, that was Mr.
Coco.
Coco.
Coco's being funny.
Oh,
no, no.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Junior
my-
Boys, Kai's not here, I guess.
No. You know why his son? It's his son.
Yeah, my son's name is Kai, and I'm using his computer.
That's
There you
what
go.
it is.
That
You're
makes
not being
sense.
funny.
Yeah.
You're just borrowing a computer.
All
Okay,
right.
I get it, Coco. I
Well,
get it.
we will, the next one is the VP of Girls. We will fill that very
Yeah, can I
soon.
ask a question? Can I ask a question about that, Alan? What's entailed doing VP of Girls? What is entailed? doing?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Next year it's going to be a little bit more than what we got, and I'm going to be getting with the VPs that are here now. We're going to talk between now and the AGM. It's going to be more. I want them to be more on the out front, on the front lines of contact, where Sherry's not getting 99% of all the barrage from everybody on everything. What I would like to do, if you're a VP of seniors, VP of juniors, VP of girls, you're going to be almost like the first line contact on a lot of stuff with the coaches, because we got to alleviate some stuff off of Sherry. Because I mean, she's getting, like I said, she's getting 99% of the barrage. And let me tell you something, I'm witnessing it and sharing myself this past year. It was almost a 24/7 job. It was a lot. It was a lot. And if things are looking what we see going to be looking, a lot more teams are going to be coming in this year. It's going to be a lot more to it. So the VPs are going to be a little bit more.
Like what? But like what? What do you actually?
Well, what you
besides
do is
answering
you're going to be
questions,
like, let's say you're the VP of girls. All the girls coaches will probably come to you. Problems,
Okay.
whatever,
Okay.
issues. You'll help do the brackets of where they're at, who goes up, who goes down, and where they're at, and you'll be at, you'll be like the contact person for all the girls coaches.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you got to go around every game or whatever, but
that
you're
makes
gonna be
sense,
you're gonna be the guy. You're gonna be the guy or the girl that's gonna be on the front line. We got to have something this year, so it's gonna be a little bit more to it, but not a lot. It's fun.
Is there anybody that's interested as of now? Anybody say anything?
I got two that I'll bring to y'all soon as I get the absolute that they want to do it. But what we'll do is, on the VP of girls, VP boys, and all that, you're also going to help out Sherry and whoever else gets the scores. Make sure the scores are done. Make sure all the games are played, and just make sure that they're all done, because we got to have at least 99% games played to get into the playoffs. So it's a little bit more work this year. So we'll find
That's
something.
I was
Mike,
thinking about it. but, I
Mike
don't wanna-
Connell has also complained to me I eliminated his email and his phone because he's also getting a whole bunch of calls that should be fielded by our admins. But then again, if obviously Sherry's gonna explode if she on top of that gets the phone calls Mike is getting. Actually, Sherry, the phone that was on the website at the bottom, that was Mike's phone.
I was wondering whose number that was.
Mike's number was at the bottom of the website. I guess
Yeah,
everybody
I
was
didn't
getting-
recognize it. He
Well,
shouldn't
what
have
we'll do,
that.
what we'll do this year, Carlos, what we'll do is like the VP of boys, seniors, you're gonna state their email, not their phone number, so they get barraged. I think their email.
Yeah.
And that way, either them or Sherry give two options, have the
Now,
VP
now,
of-
curiosity, we're gonna have, if we do it, do we have an email that says, VP of girls, or is it my email if I would do it?
No, it'll be VP
No.
of girls. It'll be a VP of girls at USA.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we
You'll
have
have it. It's a
official
separate
email for all of you.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
so
separate
yeah,
email.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
separate email.
I mean, honestly, well, now we know why, because Mike was getting them, but I don't get a lot of phone calls. And if there's a way to just say, prefer text, that would be better.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
sometimes during
Yes.
the day, it's awkward for me to pick up the phone, but I can always answer a text.
Right. It might go crazy. I think it's better through email.
Email, I think email too, because I was
Well,
getting
it'd be the
texts,
first.
calls. Yeah.
First point of contact, but when they need you right away, a text is always better.
Yes,
Because usually I have to look something up, so I need a few minutes,
it's an emergency. I get you. Yeah,
Most
we'll
of the
fix
texts
that
come
one.
from Jerry, right, Sherry? Most of them come from Jerry.
No,
No, they were all over. I
I
mean,
tell
it
Jerry to
was-
leave you alone. No.
No.
it's brutal. Especially the closer we got to the end of the season, it got even more traffic.
Oh, Sherry gets a ton of calls from me. You kidding?
Oh. All right, we got the VP girls. All right, president's report. My president's report will be everything that we're fixing to do in the new business and all that. So I'm not going to take any time on that. We're going to tell you. All right, old business. The recap of the league championship playoffs. I don't think we had too many hiccups in it. I think we know where we need to probably tweak it and where we need to kind of be next year. But everybody that was there, if you want to chime in also, I think it went up. The best thing of the whole group is every team showed up for their finals and the semifinals. We had nobody that just didn't show up and forfeit and all that. Everybody played in all the games. And to me, that was a success, because you're thinking, what happens if a team doesn't show up for a finals and you got this and that. But we had 22 finals and everybody showed up. So it was a good day. And Charlie, your fields, y'all did great. Your whole supporting cast made our job a lot easier. I mean, it was a phenomenal day. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. And I think Carlos did enough pictures and all that so we can show everybody how it was a good weekend. And anybody that was there, if you want to chime in, Paul, Greg, Carlos, Les.
No, I mean, it was amazing from Charlie and his group. I mean,
Yes.
that was as smooth as it can possibly be. It was incredible. The fields were in great shape. There were plenty of guys there. Everything was scheduled right. Carlos had it. I mean, after every all the matches he got in and even when we had multiple teams, he was able to juggle them. I don't think anybody went off, except one guy maybe went off unhappy. And
He came unhappy though. He came unhappy though.
it was amazing. We had very
It was
few
amazing.
problems too. I mean, very few behavioral problems.
No, I mean, it was a good weekend, and
Yeah,
it was good. It was good.
Perfect weather. and
Congrats to
everything
everybody. It was good.
smooth, you know.
And
Yeah,
next
the
year,
tournament,
gonna be a lot better.
the tournament was first class, everything. Very impressed, very happy, Charlie. Thank you for all of you that were able to attend. Thank you also. And the good thing is we have a lot of photos, we have a lot of videos. We have before every coach got their trophy, I gave them like a little script, talk about the tournament, the organization, talk about the quality of the games,
Yeah.
talk about, say thank you to the parents and saying thank you to the players, and then name the players one by one. They all did it with a microphone, and I got to film everything. So we got 22 coaches saying what an amazing job and what an amazing tournament the United Soccer Association did. So I think that was very, very important for us to have that.
And the best
So-
part, it was the backdrop. It was a hit. Having our USA League backdrop, which was huge, it was great. It was great.
There are like the last time I checked, over 200 photos in different clubs with our backdrop, with our logo this big. Are both logos, the tournament logo and the association logo. So again, we're getting a push for this year, really, really good.
And I tell you guys, real quick, what's the best part of everything we're doing is when I got an email sent to me of what Florida Premier League is now adjusting doing this year. They now have incorporated a semifinals and finals for the Florida Premier League.
Well, it's FSPL, not Florida Premier, FSPL.
Yeah, FS. Yeah.
And Carlos, once I get the photos from Jeremiah this week, they'll be on that Google Drive that you have access to. So you'll have like another 2,000 pictures of all the clubs that he took.
Oh, Jerry, he actually, I think Jeremiah sent me a link. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Did he send you the drones too? We did drone shots too. Did he send those to you?
Now I want to see those. That would be cool.
Did he send the drone shots? Oh, you're looking.
No, I haven't seen them.
Okay, I'll make sure we get some. I also I'd like to thank you guys for letting us host it.
Oh, totally, it was good. It was
It
great.
is something. It is something
Thank
as
you.
president we've been trying to do is bring more stuff into our community. I think it helps the club in the whole.
This is what somebody was telling me, that coming next year and the years after that we open it up to other people to give them the chance. And like I told them, after what we just got from you, they have a high standard now of how they're going to have to compete to keep to get the fields. Because we're just not going to just give it to anybody. They're going to have to now kind of do what you did for us.
Yeah.
I mean, the standards are there now. And thank you. Thank you.
Herculean effort to beat that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to beat it. I don't know who beat it. And to me, everybody says, well, the travel.
That's just a great.
It's okay.
Great.
That was great. So on that note,
the travels, we travel every game like this.
Oh, I know.
Our games we do is travel.
Nobody minded traveling.
No, not for that. I think we get away with that. It's not too far for a championship tournament. Not at all.
No, one game, you're done. Yeah, good.
So
we'll do that.
My car was on the way back. I was wondering, but I made it.
It's not bad. It's right off of 75. You're fine. But on the going with that, and we're going to talk about next year's after this. But I was brought the idea of this coming up, and I kind of talked to a lot of people about it and all. And I'm going to bring in Jennifer. She's going to be the backbone of our next adventure. It's going to be the U9, U10 tournament that is going to be USA League. She's going to take the realm of it, and we're going to have some supporting cast out of our board that's going to help her out also. But is Jennifer on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm in the car, so I hope you can hear me okay.
Can everybody hear her?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
I want her to come on and talk about what is in the plans and what we got coming up about the U9, U10 tournament that's a USA League, our league, and what that can mean to us. And that's on top of what Paul was talking about, a budget. How did we, because what we just did in the playoffs took a huge chunk out of us. I get it. I understand. It's a big expense.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
But the thing is, we got to have something else generating it. So this, on top of everything else, can generate us some income coming into our league.
Yeah.
So Miss Jennifer, take it away.
So I've been working with, I asked for a committee, and I've gotten Kai and Jerry, and Charlie from Charlotte, two from Charlotte, and Kai Belmer. We got together the other night and we came up with a plan for the 9 and 10 tournament. We do have a name, but I'm not gonna tell you what that is just yet, so we'll hold on to that. But we are looking for, anyone interested in hosting. I'm gonna put together a little list of what we need for that. I don't have it in front of me because I'm in the car driving home from President's Cup. Or I'm sorry, State Cup. I can't remember where I am. So it's September 14th and 15th. We're looking for anyone that can do 16 7v7 fields.
6 7v7.
16 7v7.
Oh, 16. Oh,
Between-
Jesus.
Yeah. So the minimum we could do would be 8, but we're looking, the ideal number would be 16.
Let's push for 16. Yeah.
Fields.
That's half
7v7
field.
16.
fields.
Yeah, 16.
16 to
Well,
like,
it's mostly goals, I guess. Charlie,
And
you
goals,
can't, you're not
correct.
gonna do that?
Well, yeah, I want to do it, but we felt to be fair to Kai said open up for a week and
Okay.
see who
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
in.
that's fair.
and-
Anybody can
and
be.
see-
can-
They know what I have. You know what I have?
Yeah.
I have 16 fields right now, so I have everything besides. I'm probably short 8 goals, 6 or 8 goals, which we'll get. But we felt it would be fair to open up, and like you said, we know what I have. Jen's
Yeah.
gonna put that all out. Like, this is what we need, and see when you can match it. You know, most people want to make a lot of money. We're not paying a lot of money, right? So that's
right.
knock it down
The
right there.
idea is you have a concession stand at your place, you get to keep all the money from your concession stand. So we'll take care of getting the trainer, we'll take care of the referee assigner. You just have to kind of help with some field marshaling and then have the fields available, the goals available, and the concession stand is all yours. And you gotta have a concession stand. So if you're not gonna have a concession stand, then we would probably not want to look at your facility. We do want to do some site visits. So if someone is interested, we do want to get that done and out of the way and then make that decision and let everybody know where this is gonna be. Now, everybody's probably asking, what is this gonna cost us? So for the teams that enter, you're looking at teams that are in USA League. If a club is in USA League, you're going to get a discount. So it's $500 a team. That does not include your referee fees. Referee fees will be separate. If you are outside of USA League, which is what we want to do, we want to get this tournament sanctioned by FYSA so that it can be opened up, it's $600. And referees will be $30 a game.
$30 per team.
Correct. Sorry.
Okay.
$30 per team per game. Correct.
Gotcha.
How many
So-
games do you plan on?
A guarantee of 3.
Okay,
And I will do waiting lists. So if if we're gonna be where we're gonna be at an odd number, we're gonna have a waiting list.
yeah, but 30's 3 matches is good.
So if anybody has any questions, I can try to answer them. But
And
as
we'll
of
have,
right now, go ahead.
and we'll have medals and trophies, right?
Yes, and there
Yep.
will be first and second place.
And we do keep score and there are standings.
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Yep, there are. I apologize.
It's a real tournament.
It is a real tournament. It's not a festival. So
Yes,
I
yes.
know you guys have been really wanting this. I know I've
Yes.
heard it for the last 4 years. So I think
Oh, I
this
love
will
it.
be
I
good.
love it.
I think it's great.
It's good. I think it's going to be a hit. And we got, we got the backdrop from Carlos we can use from the championship for the awards. Now we will run it through our USA the Got Sport through USA, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you and Sherry can do that. You, Sherry, and Carlos, right?
So
Yeah,
so
this
USA
tournament
will be
will-
the sponsor.
Well, oh, yes, we're gonna open up, the tournament application will be inside of USA League.
Right.
The tournament schedule, everything will be run right through there.
Are,
So
Jennifer,
all
are
in
you
one
gonna,
place.
are you gonna continue to run it from here all the way through?
Me? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. It's the only way we're doing this.
Very good. No, no.
It's the only way.
No,
Because
no.
Paul, she wanted you to run it, but I said, no, I think it's better for her to you do it.
Well, she just likes to see me work because I think she's trying to give me a heart attack.
And she,
No.
and I know
We
she
wanna
said
try to
she
get as
wants.
many teams
No,
as we can.
I'm Jennifer's, that's fantastic. She's,
No, but I think,
she's like,
guys, I think this is going to be it. It's going to be a
yeah,
hit.
it's a great
It's
idea.
pre-season. It's a kickoff right before we do our season. So I think it's going to be what. But the thing of it is, we got to get the name. We got to get it out there and let people know to go ahead and schedule for that September.
Are we, the most, we are gonna pay Jennifer to do this, correct?
That's the only way I could get her.
Okay, okay. good.
$1 million.
Don't listen to him. If you want to know how much, I'll tell you, but I don't know if Alan wants me to tell you now or tell you later.
It
Tell
doesn't
them
matter. I just want to be
Gotcha.
sure that, I don't mind, look, kids are paying $9,000 a year to play soccer. I'm sure they can afford like the.
No,
Fitness
she
and wellness,
listen. She's being very reasonable. Don't
No,
don't get
no,
me wrong.
hey,
She's doing good. She's doing
I don't care, whatever she charges, I'll vote for it.
No, it's good, and it's our name. It's our tournament, and that's a
Yeah,
big
some way, just as a, to make sure we're out in the, we're transparent, we just need to tell everybody.
Oh yeah.
I just have one question, Alan, because we did talk about this, and I know this has already been text to me. There is no hosting fee, just you're not going to pay for hosting, correct? Are you going to pay the clubs that want to host something for their field? I
Depends on
think
the
you guys need
club.
to decide that too.
I think that's up. Well, we're here. Let's talk about that. I
Okay,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. A hosting fee. What would be a hosting fee?
So for instance, if you ask somebody from like what State Cup or President's Cup or, like one of those, they would pay the $40 per game to the club that hosts the games. Now you're talking smaller games. I mean, I think you should consider paying them a little something, but that's totally,
I think
a
once
board call.
Well, I think once we find out where we're having it, then we can have that dialogue of what we want to do.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds
I think
Yeah,
that's got a lot to
But
do
let's
with it.
be sure we have that
I don't-
all,
I don't
both
think-
ends of that tightened down. That
I
is how
don't-
much it'll cost and what we're taking in, just to be
Yes.
sure we're gonna close to cover it.
Oh
I
no,
don't
we
think it has to be a lot of money.
better
I
show a
need an
profit.
accurate number of teams that were in 9s and 10s last year. If somebody could send me that, would be helpful to put together
Uh,
the budget, because we
I think
weren't
we can.
exactly sure.
I think we can. Yeah.
I don't think it has to be a lot of money. I mean, something that people are paying for tournaments are friggin' outrageous. It's you rob people. But
Right.
I think just a
This-
little, I mean, I'm really serious. Just a little, like I know, like if I hosted it, just a little would go a long way. Just because you have the board members there and everything, and it makes it worth a little bit,
Yeah.
Even though you do concession stands hit and miss, Sunday.
Yeah, that's a
we had
pretty,
no
that's a
business.
pretty
We
big,
had no business
that's a
on
pretty
Sunday.
big commitment for. a
Yeah.
club.
So I think just a little bit.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, a lot of money at all. I mean, and because to me, that's what we're trying to do, to raise money for the USA League. And I know for my club, we do it. We have that in mind, growth set and all that stuff. So, but
I'm just afraid if you charge too much, the sandwich, the $8 deal for the pulled pork is gonna go up.
yeah, it was $6. It was $6.
Was it said, oh, they clipped me for $2.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You
I
always
don't know how
say
much it was.
$8.
Tell you the truth, I don't know how much it was. That's good pulled pork, though. Come on.
It was good pulled pork.
A drink and fries and a pulled pork sandwich for $6. It probably cost the money.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what we got going, and we're going to hear more about it very soon, because if you think about it, September's not that far away.
Yeah, and we have open and close dates already listed out. I just
Good.
want to just
Good.
kind of throw this out there for the hosting, but I want to get that down. So
What-
I have a document that I will send, and I'm assuming that I'm supposed to send that to Carlos to send out.
Yeah, it's-
Carlos?
Yeah, just send me
You can
anything you
mail it
got.
out to me.
Okay.
I'm not in the loop for this tournament, but you're more than welcome to invite me in.
No, I want you in. I meant
I
to
think he
tell you
needs
that.
to
I
be
just
in.
didn't
For
have your
sure.
info.
Because you want to pump it up.
He's got the keys
Yeah.
to the castle on the website.
There
Guys,
you go.
I don't
Yep,
know.
gotta have
I don't
that.
know.
But
I don't know anything about the tournament, to be honest. Nothing.
I can help you with that.
Guys, Hillsborough
Jennifer.
County,
Yes.
County will require a fee to be paid to Hillsborough County.
Yep.
Okay.
And
They're
some
up.
counties will and some counties won't. So when you guys are thinking about hosting, put that on there so we know if your county requires a hosting fee, a fee or something of that nature.
Okay.
Wait, the county charges you?
In
Yes.
Hillsborough,
The
yes.
county actually charges you? Man, my
Yes.
county's paying you and the other ones are charging you. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, look at Naples.
Well, no,
Naples
there's
charges you money
No,
for
hang
it
on,
too.
hang on. There's two different situations. The county who are in charge of the parks and maintaining the parks wants a fee.
Right.
The sports foundation will pay you to host the
Right.
Oh,
the
that makes
event.
sense. That makes-
County wants their money. County wants the money.
Yeah, it's two different entities there.
All right. So Jennifer, if you could do one thing with your group, if you could just get everybody that's on the board and kind of give us some updates when you can.
Sure.
And then that way we know where we're at. And when are we going to open up for the fields for somebody to submit that they want to do the
I'll
tournament?
have it tonight out to whoever will email. If Carlos or Sherry, whoever can email it out for me, we'll get that out to all the clubs tomorrow, if that's okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
And
well,
then you have until Saturday to get it back to us if you're interested
So
or
this
week.
week.
And-
Yep.
This
This
week,
week we'll know.
we're just gonna do it quick because time is upon us, you know?
Yes. Yes. Cool.
So
Jennifer,
cool,
what is
cool.
it? What is it that you're gonna need?
I'm gonna need to have an email sent out to all the clubs in
what, yeah,
USA with some information about hosting. It'll be a hosting form that I have in Google
Okay.
for you.
Yes, send me the info and I'll create. We use MailChimp, so
Okay.
I'll send the blast.
Sure.
Now
It needs
on
to go
this,
to the clubs though, not to the actual coaches.
Yeah, we have a different mailing list.
Okay,
Just to the
awesome.
clubs.
Good.
Jennifer, I do have a question.
Sure.
Are you gonna create a separate event in Gottsport?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll create a tournament. Like I do for Commissioner's Cup or like I did for the Bay Classic.
Okay. Because I wouldn't want to mix the two, you know?
Oh, no, 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 no.
oh my Lord, no.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with the process of the tournament side, so we definitely can get that in there.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
and Janet, remember at the meeting, you said you're gonna be running all that, right? So Greg and them don't have to go in there and even mess with anything for you, right? You're gonna do it all, right?
Yep, I do everything after I get it opened up in there and everything gets going, I can go in and I handle everything. So you guys don't have to, you'll be in the loop and as much as you want to be in the loop or as little as you want to be. You know,
Yeah, just keep us updated on kind of what's going on that until before next meeting. We just kind of
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no worries.
Very cool.
I like,
Now, on this tournament, are we going to have like vendors that's going to be there,
we can.
like
We need
T-shirts?
to,
That's what-
depending on where you're at, okay, so you're gonna have to remember wherever you go, wherever you're hosting, it's gonna depend on what their requirements will be for your vendors.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Okay.
if you want to create a logo and you want to get a t-shirt vendor, we could do 3 bids out for someone to do that. And then you guys could have some apparel that attaches to your tournament, which is always a good moneymaker.
Yes. Yes.
As long as you don't have to pay anything up front, because I do have a vendor for that doesn't charge us anything up front. And then, there are some other people that would be willing to come out and that I have some contacts with and do different things. But again, it's going to depend on where you're hosting it and what their requirements
Okay.
are of their county and their city.
Some of the hosting sites that will have, like, I don't have people that do certain things, right? So
Right.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
again, Hillsborough County, you have to be on their vendors list to be on their property.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that come along with the tournament. Mike and I've dealt with that before when he was doing Commissioner's Cup. But yeah, we've learned so many things over the years. So that's always one big thing to think about. And then, you know, as you guys are thinking about whether you want to host or not, you know, make sure you tell us if there's little quirky things like that or little
Yes.
fees involved that we may not think of. So that's the only thing that that I really have right now. I think it's gonna be good. I think it'll be as good
Oh.
as we make it, and
It's
very
gonna be
excited
fun.
about it.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's something that, you know, it's not if we're successful, it's how successful we're gonna be. And it's something that every year we can look forward to. It's gonna be something that's good. Very cool.
Hey,
Good,
Jen,
thank you.
hey, Jen, this is Kat. First of
Yeah.
all, awesome. Thank you. I'm super excited because I think it's a necessity for this kind of a tournament instead of
Yes.
the festival style. When Carlos puts the application out there, does the application ask those pertinent questions regarding what the county would require?
It
Because
will.
everybody, okay, good. That way they can check first before they
Yep.
submit that application.
Right.
Right. And I know it's a short turnaround time, but I think you know, you either know if your club is interested or not interested. And it just gives us an ability to put out there where the location is a little bit quicker, and then to start to work with that county or so about hotels and things of that nature. So
Right.
I think
Thank you,
that's
Judy.
important too, to remember that all that comes into play.
Thank you, Jen.
Very
You're
cool.
welcome.
Thank you.
All
And we'll be
right.
back in touch. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Thank
get
you.
off and go inside now. So you guys have a good meeting. Thank
You
you.
got, thank you. Thank you for your,
Thanks, Jen.
yes.
Bye.
All right, now we go through that. Next one is the, for next year, the championship playoffs for next year, 24-25. Kind of, wanting to see what would be y'all's idea of when we should have it, so we can go ahead and get it in place. Should we have it still in April? Kind of the same setup that we got now?
We only lost one team, didn't we, to a conference?
No, we lost a couple. We lost about, I think we lost like 3.
Okay.
But
No, is it possible to get with Jen to find out when their dates are for the advancement of the Commissioners Cup? Because I believe they have the next 2 years already determined, and
Do
try
they?
to avoid that situation.
Because I think it's very possible. I know I can do it. I don't know about the locations, but to do the playoffs, the semifinals and the finals in one weekend. That way we control the referees, we control all the outcomes, and then it might not have to be on that last weekend, right? Maybe it could be weekend between the Commissioners Cups and stuff, Presidents Cups. And they're doing it all one weekend, all right? It's better for the communities, for people, for the towns.
That's
the only thing I got.
No different than U9, U10 told me we're gonna do. Think of all the games you're gonna do. 3 games they're playing in 1 week. You don't have to play 2 games per team.
You get to hold the kids though, Charlie. It's
Yeah,
We're
the game's
talking
Saturday and
66
Sunday.
games in 2 days.
Nah, it's not about one out of 8 fields. You start in the morning, you go, you're right. All these tournaments do it. Do it day and night.
it's a kid. It's the players too. I mean, that's the other consideration.
But the
Yeah,
other
but
option you
For
have is
bigger kids, that's pretty
But think about-
tough.
But Paul, think about it, if they do the Commissioners Cup, they win on Saturday, they play on Sunday.
Yep.
I know.
And think about it this way is, like us, we have 2 locations. We could do boys at one location.
No, it's not the space. I think you guys, well, from what I saw, you could probably do anything. It's the play. That'd be the only question. I'm not saying no. I'm just asking.
But I think they do it. I think they do right now in our league itself on the seniors. We have a game Saturday, game Sunday. Right now we do it. Right? What's the difference? You know, and then it's done. We're 1 weekend. We don't have to worry about chasing that referee fees. Everything's at one location, one time, 1 weekend. All the headaches are done.
Well, why not try it?
But wait, you're looking for the semifinals on Saturday and the finals on Sunday.
Yep.
So you're looking at 44 and 22. 22 would be on Sunday. 22
Yeah,
games.
so you're probably looking at 2 locations on a Saturday, and if you do say if I host it, right? If any location like that, right? That many field, you can do. You have 2 locations on Saturday, 1 location on Sunday, done. Or a bigger host. Then it's
refs,
you
yeah,
go
but
for the
But
whole
you would
thing.
have, well, referees, you'd have to find a way to accommodate referees overnight. Those that are refereeing Saturdays and Sundays, they would have to stay overnight if they're traveling in.
Yeah.
Or
We did.
teams that are hotels for teams to stay overnight.
Well, they did that. The teams pay for themselves.
No, I understand, but you have to have the hotels, right? You have to get all that
Oh,
stuff
right.
set up. You know.
Yeah, Carl, I know my area, Carlos already did that. We did all that already.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, well, we need to get that info as soon as possible because they go through an agent. We learned that if I do it personally, it's a disaster. You have to go through an agent, and then they talk to the hotels, and then they come back with bids. That was
Jennifer has all that. Jennifer has all that.
Right,
Jennifer has all that.
What do y'all think of having that consolidated into one weekend?
That's ambitious, but if Charlie thinks I'd vote for it. I think it's tough. We might as well see. I didn't think we'd get this far.
Commissioner's Cup was Saturdays. Commissioner's Cup was Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. So
What are the thoughts?
You know what? I support Charlie. Charlie thinks he can get this done, and with our help and support, we schedule it well in advance so we can black out that weekend. So we have the volunteers on staff, referees know about it up front. I think it's very doable. He's got 2 sites.
And all the finals will be at one field.
Right.
On Sunday. You really think about it. I mean, it does kind of make sense because by the time we have a lot of travel between the semifinals, people traveling here, traveling there, and this and that, I guess. I mean, it would make more of a
more of an event, Alan. I think you'd get positive feedback. It was positive already. It's been a hit.
Yeah. The more you think about it, then you would get more of the vendor hits. If you got the vendors there, they're there longer. Because if you lose on Saturday, you're going home.
It's more of a commitment, no doubt. Now you're asking for teams to commit.
Alan,
If
you do the math, say if you start the games, I know it's early, but it's tournaments. People
you'd have to. You have to start early.
Yeah. So say your first game. I'm just saying your first game starts at 8. If I just do 2-hour increments, right? Which we know the smaller teams you do a lot less, right? But and you start the last game at 8. That's 7 games, 4 fields. There's 21 games at one location. So
I think
that's 21 games at one location.
Yeah, I wouldn't question the logistics. For me, the question becomes the commitment from 4 teams in the league to commit to a weekend. Remember the semifinals.
If they know now, they can flex it out.
But I mean, no
I
matter
understand what you're saying, but it's actually it's almost like a free tournament. So
we don't know the answer to it. We don't know. I'm asking a question that has no answer. The question is. Will we lose some teams because it was easier? These semifinals were all done at everybody else's park. We paid for the refs.
Because I had I know the teams that came to me, all my games were played at home. All my semifinal games were at home. And the exact things all those coaches said was if I win, I'm coming right back here. Why didn't we do it here for the semifinals too?
Yeah, I mean,
they actually traveled 2 hours to be my.
Alan,
and one guy that got pissed off.
How many more teams does that involve?
Guys, why don't we just ask Jennifer, who does this all the time? She has run Commissioner's Cup with a lot more teams than just the amount of teams that are coming to the semifinals, and she'll be able to tell you exactly how it's what if it can be done or how it can be done.
The dates of the Commissioner Cup finals are 4, 5, 4, 6.
Exactly.
She just texted me.
So we just
That's
don't do
Commissioner
those
Cup.
days.
4, 5, 4, 6. So if we go, when is Sarasota Cup? I mean, you got so many hits around you that you got to.
Sarasota Cup is this weekend and next weekend. So
Is it usually in the middle of
the girls,
April
the
every
girls,
year?
the girls are this weekend. So 4/15, and the boys are 4/20.
Remember also that, remember the state final of the Commissioners Cup. That side of it is the following week.
That's what I'm saying. So we do it
It's
before.
gotta be April though, right? It's gotta be April.
No, if we do it, oh yeah, but if you do it the weekend right before, think about
Now,
it.
if you do it right
We had
before, then you got
semifinals.
Commissioner Cup. You got Commissioner Cup. Quarterfinals are 322, 323, 3-1, 3-2. You got them all over the place.
323.
You could do it on 329. That's the break
Guys,
date. 329, 330.
But
Alan,
also remember spring break and Easter, okay?
Oh, Joe. Yeah, see? Yeah. There you go.
Alan,
Yes.
if we're doing, if we was to do it all in one weekend, we would eliminate at that time. We had those couple of weeks where we had to get semifinals done for this past season.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I think
also,
that's what
could you
I'm trying to
not also possibility, maybe teams that are close by who will be playing, could they not maybe play on a Friday night, a couple of games on Friday night that's
Yep.
close by if they're in the playoffs?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an option too.
Yeah, I put it
Or
up
even
here.
just ask the team, hey, would you be interested in playing? You're going to be coming down. Or you're going to be interested in playing on Friday night. You know,
You can ask somebody right now, they can tell you it doesn't mean a thing. Next year, that team's not even around.
What would be
We just gotta make a decision and
make
see
a
what
decision?
happens.
That's it. Look, somebody give us some suggestions in April. I think she just sent me President's Cup is 329 and 330 is the finals.
So that's done.
And Commissioner's Cup is 4, 5, 4, 6. So you're
Yeah,
like boom, boom.
What about
I
March
don't
15th?
I don't think our teams will be President's Cup though.
Say what?
That's correct.
I think Commissioner's Cup is really our challenge.
That's
Our competition.
correct. I think Mike's correct. If we lost, I think we lost one team to the President's Cup, did we not?
No, it was all
It
Commissioners.
was Region Cup. What was it? The Coco.
No,
was it?
No, Coco was in Commissioners.
And you guys think the 15th, 16th too early of March?
Of March?
Well, we're starting everything earlier this year. We're doing everything early.
Quarterfinals are 15th and 16th. How about a weekend after the? How about 4/12?
You can't be running into the season for the hotels down there, Charlie, right?
The hotels on 4/12. I know this weekend was the Girls Sarasota Cup.
Yeah.
March
I'm not worried
is-
about
March
a
is-
Clubs Cup.
Well,
Well,
March, it's like every other weekend is either Commissioner's Cup or President's Cup.
Yeah.
March is awful. March is awful.
but I agree with Mike. I think more of our competition is going to be Commissioner's Cup than it is President's Cup.
All right. So then, how about 4/12? What do you think?
Easter Sunday next year is April 20th.
Okay, we go in the 12th and we're right under it.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, let's put it out there.
4/12?
Yep.
4/12.
Yeah, that's the only weekend it makes any
Palm
sense.
Sunday's not gonna be an issue, right? Palm Sunday won't be an issue, right?
Palm Sunday.
Nah, I mean,
I'm looking at the calendar.
for some people, it would be. It will be, but
No big
you
deal, right?
gotta go with it and see what happens.
Yeah,
that's
no
all,
big deal.
you know.
Do we do 4, 12,
turn-
4/13?
You're you're gonna have the Catholic Church on your ass, Charlie. Wait a minute.
Well, I said it
I don't want to be
Easter. I
part
don't
of
know.
this.
All right, so we're looking at 4/12, 4/13.
Yeah, look, that's it, right? That's all you
Yeah.
got.
Listen, you gotta pick a
Good.
date and go with it. We did it this year. We're
Yeah,
fine.
if we lose some, we lose some. That's all we gotta,
I think
That's it.
you won't. I think because as long as you know, like Kathy said, as long as you put it out there ahead of time,
Yes.
yes.
as long as you put it ahead of time, and it's almost like
I
We're
agree
a
with that.
year. We're
You know?
basically almost a year.
We,
You
we
give it
just
a
gotta
free
do, yeah,
tournament.
we get out fast now and say, look, we announced it, it's all we can do. Somebody will not like it because of something.
right.
Paul, you
Exactly.
can't worry about it. This
Every
year,
date you come up with.
I just, if a
Exactly.
team
So-
couldn't
so-
make it, I
If a
went
guy
to this. I
can't
went
make
to this-
it, then the next team down the line gets
Next
in
team
and
down the line.
goes.
All right,
So
and
that's-
we're going to do the semifinals that Saturday.
Yep. And
the
Friday night,
finals are
Saturday.
Sunday.
Friday night, Saturday.
Well, are you sure you'll have as many categories, Alan?
What do you mean?
Well, we were mixing Division 1, Division 3, Division 2.
Oh yeah, no, you'll be close. You'll be close.
So Alan,
You'll be close.
40, that's 42 games with 2 locations. If I hosted 42 games, but the U10, the U9, U10.
No,
it'd be
we won't
less.
do that. We won't do. We're not doing the U9s and U10s.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, which
11s
U11,
and
sorry.
12s.
U11, U12. Sorry, I meant sorry. U11
Right.
and 12. They don't need to have the 12 gap, so you can actually,
I got
you
you.
know.
Well, we
you
can
know
work
what
all
I'm
that
saying?
out.
So
That's fine.
yeah.
Okay. So Friday and Saturday are the semis, and Sunday is the finals.
Yep.
Yeah. Charlie, if we found that we were running out of space, we can cut back one group.
I also
Yeah.
can get. I also get
before
another
we
field.
announce who's in, right? I mean, it's
Right.
not the end of the world
Yeah.
if that happens.
And I
adjust.
can, Paul. I can also, if I have to, get another location. If I have to.
Okay.
Well, I don't think
We
you
don't-
will. I think
Yeah,
you'll be
I'm
okay.
saying we have to. We can do it. So
All right. So we're settled on that, right?
Yes.
Good. We're moving.
and I'm going to host it. Or we're going to put it out.
Well, we'll negotiate that.
I just have to make sure I put it in for the
You just put it in, and if you have to take it away, then you take it away. Just go ahead and reserve it.
I can't imagine anybody else right now that's
Oh, I can't either.
for USA that could be any better than what we just did.
Well, Paul, with everybody that's on the board and everybody that's watching, if you wasn't there, it's hard to understand what we're talking about. It was flawless. I mean, we're not just blowing smoke up Charlie, but
No, it was
Oh,
good.
it was
really
it was
good.
good. It was very good. It was good. So
The only thing we need to do is put some security where the trophies and medals are. So we don't have any
we had
team.
great there.
We learned some lessons. Mike, you're gonna love this. One team said, listen, I need 10 medals for the players that did not come, in addition to the 30 players that they had. I'm not gonna mention the club, but you can imagine the club.
we're not doing that anymore. Whoever's there that day is getting.
Yeah. Yeah, the medals only for players that came to the
Wait.
tournament.
And we tell the refs that they'll get a, what was it, Charlie? Who was the one ref that wanted free food? He was a little
Yeah.
disappointed, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was Mo man.
Give it to Charlie. Said, "What? I gotta pay?
I'm
Like
too
$6
nice. That's why
bucks."
we always pay for the ref. That's why.
But you
All
could
right, so
provide
we're
a,
moving.
you could provide a
As soon
room.
as I
for
said
them.
we get down your pay and pay the refs, no, I'm good. I'll buy my own food. That's what I thought.
Gotcha. All right, we're moving to the start date of the senior and junior season.
Phew. Take a look at this.
Well, I think the senior is August, right?
Seniors, I think we should start late August.
That's when most of them are starting, late August.
And the juniors, maybe a week after the tournament.
So a month earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anybody that can't do that? You know, years ago, we had limitations because we were sharing fields with football, or some people didn't think they could, the referees,
we're the
the
only
older
league-
kids were referees.
We're the only league that is going as late as we're going.
Yeah, that's all right.
Everybody else is
I'm
way ahead
I'm
of
mentioning
us.
that so
I-
we know, we start looking out and seeing.
I think that there's one thing we all have to be very, very careful about. Referees.
Yeah.
We are very short of referees, and you're gonna have to talk to everybody, James and Neil and everybody that's involved in scheduling referees, because there is many games that are being played with one referee in the middle. So when we make that decision, I think that we have to make sure that the referees are committed to USA League games. But the only way you can do that is to talk to the assigners, because they know what's available and they know how many games they got to cover. And there's two more leagues here. There's the new E64 league, which is starting up, and EDP is expanding into the marketplace. So these are more leagues, more games.
Yeah.
Teams are playing in two different leagues.
Yeah, we figure we've got 9 different leagues minimum, maybe more.
Yeah, maybe
that
more,
we're
maybe
competing
more.
with. Minimum.
I have 28, I'll share my screen later. I have 28 leagues in Florida. And I'll show you how many teams they've got. I'll show you some very interesting numbers so we know where we are.
Have you got them all?
Well, all the ones that are affiliated with the FYSA plus the
You don't have
East,
you don't have US Club though.
I have, yes, I do. I have
Okay,
South
good.
Florida Youth Soccer Association, Florida State Premier League, Florida Clubs League, Greater Central Florida League,
Very good. That's great.
United Soccer Association, South Florida Premier League, the Florida League, TARSA, North Florida Soccer League, Greater Hollywood League, Gulf Coast, Club Directors League, and Brevard Youth Soccer League.
Well, and some of them, don't forget, Carlos, have 2 divisions, have a DL and something else. I mean, some of them are too deep also when you're considering it.
Yeah,
Well,
with the info I have, what I'm trying
Yeah.
to
Well, let's not
achieve is-
quibble right now, but let's run that down because it would be good to have that in our hands. I think
Well-
between Mike, Kathy, and Kai, that they'll know every single league there is and can describe them for us.
Yeah,
Well, let
what
me
I'll
ask
do
you-
is I'll try to meet with Mike and Kai because they're right next to me and go over this info that I have. And that way we'll have a complete
they know it.
scenario.
And Kathy, the guys in Cape Coral go to many leagues, so any ones we don't have, she'll be able to fill you in probably. Between the 3 of them, I would say they'll know every
I'll
relevant.
send it. I'll send it to the whole team.
Yeah, great. All right,
I'll
good.
send it to the whole
We're
team.
done.
Now-
Yeah, I don't.
now,
Let's not
should we-
waste any more time on it.
Should we send out to the assigners to see if we can start early?
Yes, I think you have to. I wouldn't do anything unless you speak to the assigners.
Gotcha. That's fair. All right. On top of that, we got that. The number of games.
Well, I thought you decided on 10, right? And everybody thought it was a pretty good number for the seniors.
No, I said 12.
12 for the seniors?
14
Yeah, I thought we
juniors.
said 12 for the seniors.
Okay. What do
That's
we do this year,
anticipating
10?
if we
I know
start
we're all-
early. We start early.
And I know we're all saying stuff, but for the clubs that are doing multiple leagues, then and I know it sucks, but they can choose, and hopefully choose us. But I know like my club, we don't do multiple leagues, So
Well, a lot of them are starting to get more games in their leagues to do exactly what you just said, to keep them in their leagues. So it's all a jockeying right now. Everybody's
So you're
jockeying.
talking about starting on the 17th of August?
17th,
I don't-
24th. 24th.
I don't think the senior schedule is a problem. I think the junior schedule with 14 games, it may force them to go look for second leagues.
14?
Yeah,
We got to get, they're looking for more?
yeah.
Well, like real quick, sorry, I just got on, I just got back home, but just going back to what Mike said. Yes, leagues are expanding their games because the couple of things that is changing out there. A, leagues are making you choose, pick a league. Okay, every league is starting to position themselves. They don't, because playing in 2 leagues is causing havoc, scheduling problems. So leagues are now adding games, making rescheduling harder because they want you to just choose 1 league. That's it. And the more games you play, the less tournaments you have to go to, which cuts down on spending. That's what some clubs are looking to too. So now we're shifting to a different, again, things always change in the industry, or, it's a new thing currently. They want to play more season games. You play less tournaments. You do less hotels, whatever. But, at the end of the day, if you're playing in a state league, you're just still driving as much and going to many as hotels as you would going to a tournament. But I'm just saying, playing in a state league with 18 games doesn't make any more sense than it would playing all the tournaments. but playing in a local league like ours, obviously that made more sense. But I don't know. I mean, I know that most of our competitors start August, September. They don't start in October.
No, we can't.
So, and I, as a coach, I prefer a September start because, dude, 2 months of preseason is nonsense.
I get
right?
bored.
I mean, it's boring. I mean,
Well, the earliest play could start, but so that leaves you at the 21st. Let's start talking about dates. Take a look at the calendar.
21st? You want to shoot for the 21st?
September. That's the earliest you can.
Oh,
That's very
September,
early. You know,
September
when
for the juniors, because that'd be.
That's the juniors.
Juniors.
You want to go?
Are we talking seniors or juniors right now?
Juniors.
Juniors. Yeah, I'd go start in September if possible.
September 21st.
There you go.
And then late August for the seniors. Now, how many games for juniors?
Guys, you got 24 weeks from September the 21st to March the 1st. 21 weekends. You take away 2 in December, that's 19. Take 2 away in November, you're down to 17 weekends.
So 14,
That's not
16.
including, that's not including two days.
So I would say,
Weekend.
what, between 14 and 16 games?
You want to go 16?
Hey.
I'm sorry, what
you
do you
guys-
guys what do we finalize for the seniors? 12?
12, yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're
Sorry,
now.
sorry, I was.
Now,
Oh, the seniors got high school too. Don't forget.
Yeah,
they're gonna play
seniors got high
20
school.
Yeah, no, that's why
They got
I was
high
making fun.
Yeah, I think, again, the numbers of games, I think for the seniors are 10 or 12 is okay, because you're still looking at high school soccer and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
It's on the junior side where you don't have high school soccer and, you can play more games. So,
And then guys, we have to take a stance on league games being postponed or canceled for teams going to weekend tournaments. And I'm not talking long, right? When they start saying we can't play because we got to go to a tournament, that means that game is not going to get played.
Well, this year we did, and Sherry, we've had some discussions, and there was there were a lot of forfeits this year on that. We did take a stand. It started taking a stand this year. And
Can I ask a question on that? Would it be smart and for us as a league to foresee, like, just I know it's not in our league, not in our during our season, but say a Sarasota Cup, we know there's a lot of teams that go there, right? Is it smart that we look at the big giant tournaments that we know everybody's going to and not schedule games for that weekend? Or is that stupid?
No, I mean, Sarasota is not a big supporting club for us, are they?
No, I'm just Sarasota is not even during our season. I just made an example.
If it was your tournament, that makes some sense.
That brings a lot of what?
If it was you guys, that'd make some sense. But teams that aren't in USA, why?
Well, I mean, the tournaments for that is the Dimitri Cup in January, which is a lot of people go to the Dimitri Cup.
Yeah.
Well, I think what Mike's talking about is coaches that don't look at their schedule, and then they figure out, oh my God, I got a game Saturday. Plus, I've already scheduled the tournament. And they pick the tournament. A lot of these coaches don't look at the schedule, and they're not adjusting it.
Alan, I agree with that. My point is just, if we look ahead, you know.
Well,
what I'm
not all
saying,
teams
some
go
of
to
those
that
things-
tournament.
No, I know that. But like, I know
Yeah.
like Commissioners Cup,
Guys,
I
I just
know-
left the Sarasota Cup. Those fields were packed. Everybody was there. Everybody had a good time. Look,
Yeah.
I think too, have we sent out a survey to our members? Because if we're gonna make them choose, it's a big gamble for the USA League, because
That is
maybe some teams will not come back.
Oh, no,
So
no,
that's-
Sarasota
that's
Cup's
a big
in
gamble.
April.
Yeah, I
Sarasota
mean,
Cup-
they're,
Yeah, guys, it's only the tournaments that we are worried between September and
yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. I know that.
and
Yeah.
I
February.
was using
March,
Sarasota as
right?
an example. That was all I was just.
Oh, no, the thing of it is, if Sherry sends me a schedule, and I'm a U14 team, and Sherry schedules me on a Saturday where I know I got a tournament, that's kind of up to me to reschedule that game.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
not all,
but that's my point though, Alan. And it's not just our league, it's all the leagues, right?
yeah.
The league itself is no longer a value, and we are becoming secondary to the tournaments. And I'm not talking name tournaments. I'm talking about just Mickey Mouse,
No, I
bazooka
get it,
tournaments,
I get it.
and all that get pushed away. So between the controlling of the referees and controlling of the value of our league, I think those are critical situations for us in order to control our product.
Well, if a coach comes to us like 7 days out or 10 days out and just pretty well says, look, I goofed up, blah, 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 we can work through it. But it's the guy that calls on Friday night saying, oh, I got a tournament, I'm not coming to your game. You can't reward that guy, because that's just not good organization.
Yeah, but so I'm going to come back to you on that, Alan. You come to me and say, look, I've decided to go into this tournament. Can we
Yeah.
reschedule?
Yeah,
Yeah, but hang on. I don't want to reschedule that game because I want to play the league game.
It's got to be both coaches. No, I'll back that up. You're right. Both coaches have to agree. Yes, I agree with that. I agree.
Hey, guys, if you remember, we used to schedule the TBU ACDC weekend off in October. We never had a USA game during that tournament because they would have 200-300 teams in that tournament. And we never scheduled a game on that weekend.
Well, they don't play in our league, so we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but Greg,
Well,
how do you
I'm
know
just saying. No, I'm just saying, but
how do
teams
you
in
know
our
when to
league will
not
go there.
schedule?
What's that?
How do you know? There's so many tournaments out there. How do you know what not to schedule?
Correct.
Well, we just knew back in the day.
Well, back in
Yeah,
the
and
day,
that-
there-
Yeah,
They would get
and Greg,
200-300
you are
teams
right.
there.
Because
We
that was
knew
one
we
of,
wouldn't have any teams playing in the league.
yeah, and that was one of the big tournaments. Today, you have tournaments you have multiple tournaments on these months.
they're all over
Right.
the place. Yeah. I think what we do is when we get to the coaches meeting, this could be a subject we talk to them about.
Yeah,
It's like, look, we'll work with anybody, but kind of look and let us know feedback or whatever, and more communication would help. I agree. And
Well, I'll tell you
we have
what.
to be transparent. We have to be transparent before they sign up for our league.
Yes.
Therefore, it's not going to be backfired on us. I can tell you right now, CCSA sent out a survey. And we're 4,000 strong. And on the competitive side, we're about almost 2,000 strong. The parents want the tournament. They want the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Nobody really says anything about spending a lot of money for hotels and food. It's just like a big enjoyment time for the parents, just as much as it is for the kids, especially if you're not getting waxed. But with that being said, we do have some popular big tournaments out there. And I just think we need to be transparent, because if we're not transparent and we get these teams to pay and get into our league and they're playing, 14, 16 games, that needs to be said up front on the application, and they sign off on it. They understand that that's their commitment. That's the only thing I'm asking for. We got to be completely transparent. Otherwise, we're going to get those guys. We're going to get those coaches. Look, I can get in free this weekend. They're short a U10 team or a U14 girls team. I'll pay the fine. It'll be cheaper than, me having to go to I want to do this tournament with my team.
Right. Well, then they forfeit and we get the
We
fine.
gotta know our
Yeah.
members. We gotta know our members. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that I'm.
Well, the
Can I have a
WFPL, the
We only
WFPL league allowed you a couple of weeks when the schedule came out to reschedule games that were conflicting with them. Once the 2 weeks was up and it closed, there was a $250 fine to reschedule that game. And if it wasn't rescheduled, a forfeit.
Can I ask a question for the juniors? We're going from 12, really normally it's like 12 games to 4. We're only really adding 2 games, correct? No, we only
No,
played 4 games?
it looks like we're going to 16.
Oh, 16.
So we're going head to head with the tournaments. Because we know those guys are gonna go to tournaments
So
and we'll
we're
never
adding
get those
4 games.
16
We're
games
adding 4
played.
games.
Well, again, I just think that we've got to take a position on the value of playing in the USA and what we expect from teams when they come to us, that they don't use us as a convenience to their schedule.
Greg, if you can, Andrew wants back in. He dropped off.
Who?
Andrew Breeze.
Okay.
He dropped off. Now, what do y'all? I mean, what's the consensus of how many junior games? Is it better to keep it at 14 or 16?
I'll say 14, and remember, that's hurricane season. So I think 14, and Mike just said, we're gonna lose 2 weekends and.
You're going to lose 2 or 3 every year. We lose.
So I'll say, let's start in September, like for second week or third week of September. And do 14 games, and then we have to watch the weather too, because we live in
That's
Florida.
smart. I gotcha. Because
I agree
every
with
year it
Coco.
seems like we lose 3 weekends every year.
I agree with Coco. If we normally at 12, we go to 14. I was only adding 2, and let's see how it goes. Like Callie's saying, we don't piss nobody off in that. And if it goes great, and everybody's happy, then maybe next year you add 2 more if we want,
And
but
you can sneak in 2 more. It's a gradual buildup on that.
gradual. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
gradual
yeah.
thing where
I think The
Don't
the other
slam
thing
on
is,
homes.
we should, in some way, using Carlos or whatever, say, look, we're scheduling 14 because we know you want to go to tournaments, and our league, you're able to play all our matches and you can get to a couple tournaments. We understand that. Boom. So we're already allowing it. Hey, we're going to do it, and
Yeah.
we're open.
14.
We're starting with 14 because we think you guys may want to go to a couple tournaments, and you'll be able to schedule around it.
Yes, I gotcha.
So you
So
use
12
it,
and 14.
You use it like we're good, not good guys, but we got some. Well, we are. I mean,
So 12 and 14. Does
yeah,
everybody,
I'd vote for that.
anybody,
14 should make a motion. Somebody want to make a motion to
anybody
that?
make a motion?
I'll make a
I
motion.
second the motion I make a motion for 12 and 14.
I said 12 and 14
Second.
in the motion. We got a second. All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Voted
Aye.
in,
I'd vote for
passed.
it.
That's where we're going. So basically, we're going to start late August on the seniors, September 21st on the juniors, and it's 12 seniors, 14 juniors, with the
So-
playoffs and the finals at the end.
Anna, what are we thinking for the seniors, the 17th?
24th.
No, I think he said the 24th.
Yeah, 24th.
24th?
24th. Yeah, late August. That's the 24th. And that will give us a little bit of cushion too if there's some stuff that happens in the weather. Good. All right. So now
And
we
what-
can
you have a hard date? You have a hard date for the juniors?
September 21st.
Okay, thank you.
So basically what we can do is now we have our championship finals, we got our date, we can advertise, plus the season and the games. We can go ahead and start scheduling. I mean, not scheduling, but advertising. Good.
Now, this is stuff we can get to the assigners so they know, okay, this is when we're gonna start, so we know now. Instead of the
We'll
assigners
get some
wondering.
feedback from look, I think our best thing is like Mike was saying, get with the assigners and let them know our ideas and can they cover it? And that's the next step we'll do after this. Now that we got everything how we want to do it. All right, cool. All right, so we go to the next one. Coaches meeting. Determine the dates for the seniors and the juniors? And do we want a virtual or in person?
I'm a stickler for the in-person one. I think it's better, but
I think in person is better, and that way we don't have any miscommunications.
I agree with both of you gentlemen.
Okay.
In
So
person, I'll make a
point-
motion. I'll make a motion to have it in person.
the only
second.
thing with the in-person is if you're there and we do the brackets, they cannot change when that meeting's over. Last year, there's some changes.
Listen, Charlie, this year, it's even gonna be better than that. Before the coaches meeting, we're gonna see who's coming back. We've already got a rough draft of the teams that are dropping and going up. So it's pretty set of what we got, but we don't know exactly of all the teams that's gonna be there, whatever, but we got a base. If you won D2 bracket, you're not coming back to D2. You're going up to D1.
Yep.
I mean,
I agree.
That's what we're going to do. So coaches we're not going to sit there for 20 minutes and negotiate. There's no negotiation. The only negotiation we're going to do now is the new teams coming in. We have to vet them and see where they were, what they've been playing, and where they possibly can go into.
And maybe a team wants to go up.
Yeah, I mean, we got to. I think I sent the rough draft out to everybody of what it would look like. I'll send it again because based off of what the end of the season was. So there's not going to be sitting there for 20 minutes negotiating who's in D2, D3, and all that stuff. That's crazy. Now, what dates do we want?
We gotta make a motion, make it in person or no?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Make a motion. Make a motion to put in person coaches meeting.
I second.
Any no's? All right, it's passed. Good. In person. Now a date.
July
You
20th,
said 5/9 or 5/19 in the meet in the
July 20th, August 17th,
July 20th
August 17th.
and August 17th for the juniors. All right. Do I hear a motion?
You
I'll
don't,
second.
you don't think that's too close?
That doesn't give a lot of time to get schedules. done.
Oh, August 17th. No, yeah.
I was gonna say that's real close, no? That's
That's
the weekend before it starts. That's not enough time, no?
No, July.
I think
It
Les
gives
is
you a
talking
month.
July for seniors and August for the
July
juniors.
20th. July 20th.
It's about 4 weeks for each, close to 4 weeks. Now, the biggest thing is we need to talk to Sherry about this. That's because she's the one that does all the work on that one. So Sherry, talk to us.
Juniors, or I'm sorry, seniors is doable. Juniors would be a little tricky in that amount of time. And also, I know you're saying you're not gonna let changes after the coaches meeting, but historically, that's
Oh,
not
no,
what
there's gonna be
happens.
changes. There's gonna be changes.
And so,
That's a negotiating.
remember,
issue.
I can't do anything until that's all solid.
Then go August 10th for the juniors.
Isn't that the AGM?
Why,
AGM the 3rd.
What's the
why not
AGM?
do it? Why not do it at the AGM? Get a room. You're gonna be
No.
there.
No, coaches are gonna be in there. That's too much.
Too much.
Coaches aren't gonna go there.
That's too much. I'm way too
Kai,
busy.
are you there? Kai, when's the AGM?
The 3rd and the 4th,
Second
the
to the
weekend of
fourth.
Yeah, I
second
know
to
it's
third.
normally the 10th and 11th. That's what I was asking.
Oh,
So
so it's the
August-
2nd and 4th of August?
Yep.
So we can do it the 10th.
Yep.
Does everybody
Hey,
agree on it?
Sherry,
It's
Gary?
10 juniors.
I'm thinking the following week because I think we're gonna run into preseason conflicts with some coaches.
Do it at the AGM and kill two birds with one stone. Just kidding.
There's no way.
You're not
So
gonna
that's why I say AGM.
Why not? They're gonna be there.
My coaches will not be there.
I would say
Not
40,
all coaches are there,
50%
Greg.
of the coaches aren't.
They don't go.
Hey, guys,
Well, coaches
Joe,
do, yeah.
Joe.
Hey, guys, my question is, if we do the senior meeting on 7/20, is that gonna give Sherry enough time? Because you're gonna have AGM in there too.
Um, I normally don't go to the AGM for that reason. So that's not an issue, but could it be like the 13th? Is that an option?
That's what I was thinking,
July?
Is that
for the
too soon?
seniors.
For the seniors, I'm talking the seniors.
Yeah, they got tryouts May 1st.
What about everybody who takes the summer off and goes on vacation?
Kathy, you've read my mind on that one. That's what I was thinking about. That's deep.
Vacation? Somebody takes off with soccer?
That's deep into that. You're gonna have a lot of people on vacation.
Well, I
When do
mean,
we usually have it? When do we usually have it?
usually I think it's like the weekend of the 18th, 19th.
Right around that time, we usually have it.
On that
Well,
time.
let's do it. Can we keep it on the 20th?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with the seniors. That one shouldn't be a big deal.
July, we're talking July, right?
July 20th. So July 20th and August 10th. And are we gonna do it in the same place we've been doing it in Riverview?
That's what y'all want. I can call them.
What does everybody think?
If Sherry's good with it, I'm good with it.
Centrally located, can
That's
absorb.
on
good.
the highway.
Sherry, making a motion for those dates so we can vote you in.
Does everybody agree with it?
I'll make a motion July
Motion.
20th, August 10th.
I second,
Coaches meeting.
I
Good.
second.
Ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Pat, any no's? All right, it's passed. Good. All right. That is the end of the regular meeting.
Give me
Anything
one
before
second.
we?
Let me share the screen real quick.
Oh, Carlos, yes, real quick. Yes.
Give me 1 second. So Greg, let me share the screen.
All right. Well,
Go to the bottom, share screen and allow.
no, I got it.
Greg is having a lousy day because Liverpool had a nightmare today, so.
Yeah. Hey, Carlos, don't go nowhere. Make sure it comes back to me. Last time I never got it back from you.
What's that back noise? There's backroom noise on there.
Somebody's got a TV going or something?
Yeah, turn off the TV. Okay, guys,
I
you
think
see my
it's
screen?
Les. Les, you got something going?
Yeah, I fix it.
Okay.
Okay, guys, you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, these are the teams. Look, where the teams in our league where they are located. So if we're gonna grow, these are all the soccer teams, all the soccer clubs in Florida. So room for growth, all these over here, everything that's orange.
I don't think we have anything out of C. I don't think I think if you look at FYSA's, our league, what we proposed, it was all Region C. I thought, that may not be right. But
No, we are as a Region C, yeah. So I think Carlos was looking at that Tampa Bay area. as the
Yeah.
growth area.
This
Well,
is the
yeah, I
Tampa Bay area, and Alan's mentioned also Central Florida for potential of growth. This right here, but
There's
over
some
here
right-
we have.
Yeah.
So over here where we play, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 clubs that we could invite and target that are not in the league right now. That's the orange on
Yeah,
this
well,
area specific, on this area
we're
specifically.
pretty aware, and look, we don't have the penetration in some other clubs, so I mean, it's both of them,
Right, right.
both.
We're working.
So-
We're working.
So we're gonna
I mean,
work on
what,
that.
what we're doing now, Carlos, is the best thing we can do, and that is to set an agenda and try and get everything we can, these tournaments, run the league as well as we can, and keep the investment in your end of it going, and see if it has some benefit to us, right?
Well, I tell you, what one thing that we did, and it's working, what Carlos is doing, and plus what we're doing, we got an email the other day from a club. I won't announce them yet, but I'm probably going to either be Zoom meeting with their board or go down there. There's one club that's going to be coming back to us with at least 17 teams for this year.
Who's that?
No, I don't want to say right yet.
It's- I think the other thing is, Alan, that
But there's there's even more that's going to be coming.
it's why
we're dabbling.
don't teams or coaches or clubs choose to play in USA? And we have here three and one, if we had one, and they'll tell you why. That is what I'm saying. I think we need to at least hear that. I think we know the answer, that the parents in general, and I think if
Sure,
I'm incorrect,
it's perception. It's perception.
yes, the parents will not join the team if they don't think it's going to be right at the forefront of soccer competition in Florida.
Well,
True
one
or
thing,
not true? I think that's the impression.
well, the
How to
one
change that, I don't know. That's
Well-
what you got to change.
Well, here's how you change it. It's one word that all these other clubs use, and we don't. And it's the word of the 2023-2024. It's the word pathway. If we had the word pathway and showed them an avenue, then we'd probably get more teams. And they're all jockeying. Everybody's now all of a sudden wanting to be ECNL or this or that. It's the pathways.
And most of the pathways are the same, no? I mean, with
They're
FY7,
all
that's
they're
how
all
EDP
jockeying. They're all
is.
jockeying. And it's just, listen, we're in a market where it's heavy saturated and we got a lot of competition. And what we have to do is give them more substance. What we're giving more substance of what we are. And we are who we are. I mean, we look at that. And we just, if some clubs, you just try to talk to them and tell them to dabble with us, to come back and test us out, see how we do. And we try to get them back. Keep what we got
Yes.
and build on that.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
I think one reason I joined the board, is to me, I like being part of the solution instead of complaining about it. But I think the more organized we get, like we did tonight, how organized that was. You know, we got so much stuff that we're able to keep out of the clubs. This is what it is. This is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I think the more organized we are, and
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I think that's really is really the key. And with Carlos on board doing what he's doing, I think more will come
Well,
up.
Well, we'll see. That's all. We can only operate the best we can.
Yes.
We have we have problems, like for referees, for instance. We have some orphan games. Someday we're going to have to come to grips with that, is that we can't go 75 miles to a club with two teams and have home games.
Right.
It's very difficult unless maybe they got refs up there, but it's tough. So there's some tough decisions that probably got to be made. We've looked at trying to put geographic, central geographic play together. Really an ass buster as far as scheduling. However, maybe for some teams, I mean, that's where we got to take a look and make it easier on everybody to play our matches and make sure that every time you show up at one of our matches, the other team's there, there's a referee there, the field's ready, and it's well monitored. So we don't have fights and gunfights, guys threatening refs. Well, it's a fact. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well regulated, rule driven.
I'll go back to Paul. Paul has always said that. Right now, the game is run by the clubs for the 2% at the expense of the 98%.
Correct.
And we have to let the 98% know that we have their interest when it comes to the game and what we do. The 2% can go do their own thing. That's theirs.
No
and we'll
needs
never
to
chat.
pip it.
We just
They've got
got to look
1,000
after
ways
the
to
98.
take care of them.
Yeah, we look after the 98.
I got you. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, cool. Carlos, anything else?
Yes, I have a quick question. Is there anything that I can do to help with the referees issue?
Yeah, find more referees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can recruit?
Oh, you have to get with the assigners.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we did something tremendous, hiring a guy that was the perfect guy that probably would have increased it. Everybody liked him. He was a ref. He was good. He was willing to go down, and he died. And that's that to me was the biggest hit we've taken as far as us.
Yeah.
Now it's not up to us to do it, but we're going to have to help.
I agree.
You don't see another league anywhere looking to help, and no one cares that they don't, and that's okay. We can't lament that, but that Carlos, we had the perfect guy for it, and he was going to go down. He was going to meet with all kinds of people. I think it was going to cost us $25,000, and it would have been cheap for that. And he caught COVID and passed away.
Okay, so all right. So
you got to go to the clubs, Carlos. You got to go to every club. You got to meet with them. If you're going to do it, you got to be organic. You got to go right to the club and try and encourage the parents or the club to have a meeting where you're at it, and you can encourage them to become refs and set up the meetings and stuff. You're not going to get all those refs. That's the problem. But that's okay. We're doing that. We're only gonna benefit about 40% from every dollar we put out in that recruitment. But that's okay. That's the role we need to take on, I think.
Okay, so real quick I think this year is gonna be way better because I've gotten more information. So for example, league-wise in the state, you have the South Florida Youth Soccer Association with 82 teams, Florida State Premier League with 66. We have 28 leagues, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 5th in the state. So there's one with 82, then 66 teams, 53, 47, and 38. So our main competitor is the Greater Central Florida League with 47 teams. So what I did is I have all their websites, and I have Ian going to each league. So Ian is working part-time for me. So he's going into each of the league's websites and see what they have, what they offer, and how they compare to us. So I can send a report to the board probably next month. Okay,
Carlos,
this is what we have, and this is what the others have.
There's an email I sent. I don't know if you got it, but I outlined in that the questions that we need to answer in every one of them. If you can get those 5 questions, how do they play? Is it regional? Is it organized? Is it home and away? Are they playing? All of the questions about their play also. How many teams in the league? How many games?
Yeah, I'll try to get as much information as we can.
Try and find that. I'll resend that email to you, because when we answer all those questions, we really have a good idea of what are the other guys doing besides telling people they're going to be on a national team.
Yeah, because again, we're gonna study all of them. some of them, the good thing is 20 out of 28, only 15 have websites. So the others are using Facebook to share the information, and obviously that's not convenient. Obviously, it's the smaller leagues with 8 teams, 10 teams. They don't have websites. Only the big ones have websites. So we're gonna look into that. And then we have all the info of all the FYSA clubs. And then in this column over here, these are teams that Alan has sent me to invite. So again, these are our clubs. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff over here. A whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, other than that, I think we're gonna be doing amazing things with the material we got from the tournaments. And Sherry, I fixed all the things that you wanted to fix, so I'm just waiting for the new things, the new links to update.
Yeah.
So I think we're good going forward.
I'll have a few more. It's gonna take me a little bit more time to go through the GOT Sport section, but I'll get it to you in the next week or so.
Okay, perfect.
Just, you know, just kind of housekeeping to get ready for the new season.
Yeah.
Perfect, excellent.
Good job, Carlos. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm very happy, very happy with everything. With again, our purpose was to help the kids, and I think we're very happy. We're helping a couple of clubs also. And Mike, Coco, and Kai, if we could have some lunch in the next 2 weeks, I'd appreciate it because I need some information from you guys.
You got it.
Oh, so you know
You got it,
what I'm
Carlos.
doing? I took information from. I wanted to see what these clubs are doing. West Florida, the Rangers, TBU, Florida Premier, Doral, Orlando City, Rush, and Weston. Those are like the bigger clubs, and I'm studying what they're doing so we can provide some information to the board also about, you know, the directions these clubs are taking. Other than that, I'm good.
Good job. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Greg, we're going into the executive committee meeting now. Thank you, everybody that is not going into the next meeting. Thank you for showing up tonight.
I'll make a motion to, I make a motion to.
Carlos,
end the
give me
regular-
control back, please.
Yes.
I second it.
Okay, do I do stop share?
Turn the eyes.
Can you take it away from me, Greg? Because if I
No,
stop share, I think.
I can't. I didn't have, you have to make me the host.
I think you have to be the host.
Yeah, you have to
I
make
can
me
do,
host.
the only thing I can do here is stop share.
Go into the, to where you see all the, participants. Where it says,
Multiple participants can share.
you go into participants and it has make host next to my name.
Okay.
Oh, let's see here. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, never mind. I can reclaim it.
Okay.
Thank you, Greg.
Hold on. I didn't know I had reclaim capability.
Yeah, because you're the host. If I do stop share, I quit for everyone.
That's probably why every time he tells me to do that, we lose everybody.
It still tells me I'm looking at your stuff.
You want me to do stop share?
All right. You are viewing Carlos's screen. Did you stop screen sharing?
I can do stop share. That's all. The only thing I have over here.
I think you need to do that, Carlos.
Do
Stop
it,
share.
Carlos.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Do it, Carlos.
Yay, look at everybody, yay.
Oh, we're still here.
Wow, all right,
Very good.
thank you. All right, now, motion, did,
Very good.
Coach, you get a motion?
Thanks, Sherry.
I made a motion to,
I second
end
it.
the regular meeting.
I second.
Ayes,
Aye.
Aye.
all right,
Bye.
all right, Mr. Gregg.
Okay. Let's get this back up and running here. Let's see, where are we? We're here.
Guys, do I need to stay or do I go?
No, you can go, Carlos.
You can go, you can go.
Okay,
Thank
thank you,
you.
guys. Good seeing you all.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Carlos.
Oh, great. I gotta sign back in now again. Hold on. All right, let's go here. Let's go there. Okay.
James, you got to do something with your screen. You've got to do something with your screen, James.
I know, Mike, it's
Oh,
every,
come on, guys.
no, we gotta see you. All right, you ready, Greg? You got everybody
Right.
off that needs
Got it
to be
right
off,
here.
and everybody in?
Here we go.
We got
All right,
12
the
people
minutes.
on.
Say what?
Looks like there's 12 people on.
Uh,
Oh, these two?
Yes, that's what I see.
That's good.
11.
okay.
Did you just get rid of Andrew?
Nope, I didn't get rid of him.
Andrew just left us.
Oh, okay. All right. Approval of the minutes.
These are.
Did you
Here's
send
the-
out the executive committee meeting minutes or just the regular meeting
Those,
minutes from last month?
those were on the bottom of the other minutes.
All right, so we don't need to really read it.
No, we don't.
Everybody read them?
Yep.
Yeah,
Motion?
approved. Let me second.
All right, approved.
Make a motion to approve. We got a second.
All right.
All in
All right,
favor?
good.
Aye.
Approved.
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
All right. No protest or appeals, thank the Lord. Old business, none. New business. Set the date for the USA and AGM. Either May 5th or May 19th, or something else y'all want to recommend.
See when that is.
Charlie, did you say there was something wrong with
Yeah.
5-5?
Well, it's right, tryouts to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and maybe the 6th, that weekend, 4th. I would do the 19th because
Well, we
Yeah,
can
we're
do
gonna
that
do trials that
virtually
week.
though, right? We don't need to get together,
what?
right? We're gonna do it
What'd you
just
say?
like this.
It's up to y'all.
Do you guys?
Coco, what do you think?
The 19th for the May?
In person or virtual?
For the, for
Oh,
us,
virtual.
Virtual.
virtual. I think
There
virtual.
aren't a
would be
lot
better.
of us. I mean, we're pretty good at this. guess. I mean, a coaches meeting's a whole nother thing. I mean,
So 5/19 USA AGM Zoom.
Right.
Sounds good.
Do
What
we have
time?
any elections that day? Do we have any
5/19,
elections that day?
Yes, we got
That's
election.
You know, that's a Sunday.
well, that's when we're doing these things anyway, right?
Yep, 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's good.
7? All right, got it.
Yeah, we should have to get that out there, but we should have to call us and get that calls that information, make sure it goes out.
I would, yeah, after he'll get them.
So don't we have to post something on the website? I know we do, about rule changes 20 days before that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll write something up for him to post.
Yep, I'm writing it down, okay. All
Can-
right,
Can I ask a question? It might be a stupid question, but where am I a little naive on this stuff? But do our winnings and stuff, does it go into any kind of standings? Like I know the ECNL does, right? It goes in the standings, those leagues. Do we get any, do the teams, do they get first place, Division I, do they get any points in their Got Sports stuff and their state rankings? Through us?
Yes, Charlie, yeah, it's, you know, Got Sport gives points for the USA League, the tournaments and other stuff, so, yeah.
Yeah, do we, what's
You
the-
get
what's-
points, first, second, and third, fourth, and something like that. You get points for it.
Well,
What,
even
what
if
point
you come
structure
in
do we
sixth, you
get?
get little points.
Yeah, we
Do
got
we
no
get-
idea what it is, Charlie, because God Sport decides what we do.
I was wondering that because does that stop people from joining? Because some of these coaches are all about these points, you know? I don't even understand.
No,
that,
you get
so
points.
Obviously, I'm not.
You
Yeah,
get
no,
points.
we don't.
I might be a stupid question. I was just wondering about that. I was just wondering, that's all.
It's a good question.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so 19th Zoom meeting at 7:00.
Yep.
And then Sherry's gonna do the rule changes to Carlos, right?
Something, just so he posts it and gets it
Right.
out to everybody.
All
We're gonna
right.
have that done by what? That'll be out by the 30th of this month?
I know it has to be what, 20 days before the,
So by the end of the month, yeah, by the end of the month,
Yeah, so by the end of the month.
end of April. Okay.
Same thing with ours, any of the board, you know, our thing has, technically would have to been tonight, technically, right? The last board meeting before the thing is when you have to get the board should have, by our bylaws, should have any changes in. Now, if we get them
Right.
20 days, we're still okay, I would think. That doesn't, it's technicality more than anything else.
All right.
Well, we really revised them last year. What have we got? Have we got
Did.
anything we think we gotta do still? Less as far as your thing, is there anything we need to change as far as that, our bylaws to make it easier for you to take that, you know, the financial things over and start, you know, keeping them for us? I don't think there's anything you need, do you?
I don't think so, no.
All right.
So we're okay.
As far as I know, look them over. We did a shitload last year. I mean, that
Yes,
was-
you did. You did good
so, I
before
mean,
you
that
got
was,
out.
now, there's still probably small things in there that should be done, but you know, times are wasted. If we got something, we need to get it back, you know, we can.
Gotcha.
Just so we're with, you know, we're following our bylaws.
All
And
right. The next,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I should have put it on the agenda. So right around now is when we send out the affiliation form to everybody. Are you okay with me getting that out, or are we waiting for whatever Carlos was talking about, or we can just send that out, put that out there?
Yeah,
That
so,
mainly is so we get updated contact information primarily.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, go
And-
ahead and put it.
I
Do we
would.
to reword anything, or is it good the way it stands? You know, I think it says like they agree to have referees and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So just let it get out there.
Yeah, I don't think that,
Okay.
Do we
Same
need to
type
put
of
about
form.
more games?
we're not gonna leverage that into anything, right? We
No.
just need to get that information, or start to
But
get
we-
that information back.
But we have the.
We should check that information hard this year to make sure we've got the right person
gotta
to
get-
talk to.
Well, you know what? And I'm kind of glad you led into that because it's the next thing on our agenda is the
Alright.
fines and the fees. How are we looking on what are we getting what we're charging out to people?
No. There's still a lot sitting out there.
Any ideas how we can make it run
I
smoother?
think we collected just like just over $1,000
Yeah,
so far.
you've got ours. I've been just holding there to see what the system look like. Yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'll cut the check. Don't worry about that.
Here's the problem I got though. If I've been in this league 2 or 3 years and I'm forfeiting games and I'm not getting charged and nobody's hounded me to get the payment, why would I care if I forfeit or not?
Yeah,
Should-
that's the problem.
Shouldn't that be
That's-
Greg?
that's-
Shouldn't that be Greg's job?
Oh.
Should be Greg be doing that?
Who? What?
Greg,
Where?
we pay Greg. We
I-
pay
what-
Greg, right?
Like I've been saying, okay, walk me through this. Team A forfeits. Where does that paperwork go and how does it get to the right person in that club to get our money back to us? What do we do?
Hey, Les, did you send
Well,
out invoices for that?
Well, we have to sure that we are contacting the right person because like I sent a bunch of stuff to Florida Premier and I got no response back.
Yeah, they won't do that though. Their arrogance is way beyond it. That's why CDL kicked them out. Their arrogance is beyond anything.
Well, the
So,
problem
I think that
though,
what
I
we're
think,
gonna
Mike,
do is that if they want to join the league,
Yeah.
they have to pay that fee before they join the
I
league.
think part of the problem is you have so many Florida Premier and I don't know if it's controlled by one master person. So
Can somebody send me a list of everything that's owed to us?
I can send you a thing in the morning. Yes.
Yeah, send me the list. But going forward, I mean, when we get to the new year, do we have a system once the affiliation and we get the right people? Do we have a smooth running plane of when we get it?
Where we have multiple location like a Florida Premier, we need to find out if we can build one central person or we have to
There
build in the
is.
club.
There's one central location. There's one central person. But the problem of it is, I don't know who else doesn't see that list. Nobody sees the list of what's owed to us.
And it should go right to the club. It shouldn't go to the coach. So it doesn't matter which Florida Premier it is, go right to that club.
There's
and the club pays,
there's
and the club
context
has
of
to deal with
Florida
who
Premier.
pays it.
Well, Plant City. Plant City owes us $300 forfeit. If you get that information, you send it to the club, and we don't hear nothing back from them, what are we doing?
Well, why not?
Who
When we
sends it
send
to the
that
club though?
information to Plant, let's just say Plant City, for example, say Plant City coach Johnny was forfeited this match and given the information, $300. Please pay in response. If not, you will be not allowed to re-sign in any teams the following year.
Yeah.
I'd be careful
gotta
how
play
you word
hardball.
that
No,
for that contact.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah, but the first
Because
thing
once
to
you
me-
say that, you gotta do it. And we're
Why
not
not?
gonna do it. Let's
Yeah, but the
face it.
first thing is, forget if they don't pay it. The first thing is, I know my club, I don't remember getting anything. I'm the president. I didn't get crap saying that I owe money. I knew I owed money, so I paid it. Right? So the first problem is, all right, Sherry probably finds out it's a forfeit, right? She doesn't have to deal with that. She does everything else. Where does it go from there?
Well, this is what I do. As soon as the minute I find out and I mark it a forfeit and tell everybody that the game's not happening, then I record it and then I send that information. Well, since we've had gas, I've been sending that information.
But Charlie, the only
filled
time
out.
a forfeit or a fine is given is at this meeting. That's the only place
Okay.
anybody is fined. Or
Okay.
But why? Why is
fine,
that?
fine,
But
not
Greg-
for a reschedule, because that's Sherry's got that for a
Yeah,
fine.
same with the
It's the only
reschedule.
place. Sherry
Yeah, but-
doesn't
but
decide
it
someone's
shouldn't.
gonna get fined. We
But
do.
it shouldn't have to go to the board. If it's a forfeit, if you forfeit your
It should be
game,
automatic.
it's an
It still
automatic
has to
fine.
go, it still has to go through us because you know,
Right, it's an automatic fine.
I've
It's in our
seen 4 or
rules.
5 of them. They had, the dog died or somebody had, the car crashed on the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then we
it's
should
every
worry
week.
about. But Paul, then we should worry about that.
Yeah,
But-
that,
Be-
that's
That's what I'm
those are the-
saying. But
they
it's
can
gotta
protest.
go through us. You
Yeah, but they
can't
can-
just automatically start finding people.
But that's
No,
part of the reason
Deciding
why
that
we're
you're
not
gonna,
getting
who's
paid.
gonna decide who gets.
No,
fined?
I think Charlie's right. I think that if
It's an automatic.
if there's a forfeit, then that's an automatic. They can protest the forfeit,
can
which
appeal
we
it.
can hear.
They can appeal it, but we
Well-
have to bill them instantly.
Let's make it easier. It's a rescheduling fee.
Or the
What's the
rescheduling,
process of rescheduling fee? If somebody reschedules and it costs them money, it goes to Sherry. Sherry, who does it go to?
Goes to me.
Goes
I
to
mean,
Les.
Yeah, and I sent
Why'd
it
you go to
to
Les?
And then we,
Why'd you go to Les?
then we
Because
bill the
I'm the
club,
one sending
right?
out the invoices.
Then we send the invoice out. Okay.
That's my point. Why you send invoices and not Greg, who we pay to do that work?
Because I'm now taking over the QuickBooks where we send the invoice from
Oh, okay.
QuickBooks.
That's what I'm trying to understand the process, right? So
Yeah, I think Les has got, Les, I mean, we're just really in the beginning of the system, maybe 2 or 3 months. But Les is gonna take over because he's got an employee that every month is a QuickBooks person and is gonna get it in, so we can start getting receivables and set up a system where it's, I don't know, what are you sending them, done on a monthly or bi-weekly or whatever? And just
Well,
have it
the
set
ones
up.
that
it
I've
just
done
goes
so
out.
far, I've sent them out initially, then I'll send it every 15 days.
Yeah, I think Alan's point is and the same with Les is we are not sure that it's getting to the person at the club who is reacting to it, or if it's just being pushed aside. And I think that's the
Because,
question.
well, I got some updated information and resent them, and I still didn't get response. So take the first time I sent out, you know, there were stuff being sent, like Kai got an email with somebody who's not even been part of the club for over 10 years. And I sent an email to Arbondale with an invoice to Karen, and Karen hasn't been at Arbondale for 10 years. So
that's
we had information that I was able to reroute that because I know who to send it to.
Yeah.
But I believe maybe that's something we need to add to the affiliation form. Who do we send bills
accounts
to?
payable? Accounts
Right.
payable.
Maybe that's something we
treasurer,
can add to it.
president,
Where should the
treasurer,
invoices, what
registrar,
email address
registrar.
should the invoices be sent to?
Well, here's what we
Who
do.
the
Send me,
invoices from us be sent to?
Or
what you do is
no, I
send
don't
me
remember,
the
Sherry,
list.
does the affiliation form has a treasurer on there? I don't remember that.
I can tell you, I think so.
It should
Yeah,
the
a lot of them
president,
have
the
business-
treasurer, and the registrar
Have,
list, you know? All 3 of
executive
them.
directors, that's who you wanna go, right?
Yeah. So
We gotta run them down, Les, and individually know.
We gotta
where we're
get the
sending
right
them.
information.
You know?
But yeah, Les, if you can in the morning, send me that list. That the people that aren't paying. So I'll start getting with the
start correcting that.
presidents.
It'll help.
I'll just get everybody.
So now we have a system that we're doing.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll get paid then. No, okay. That makes sense.
We did get some people who paid.
Some people will pay.
Yeah.
But the
I
ones who
also
don't
think-
pay, like I said, I don't know if it's going to the right person. so-
Right. I get it.
I think that on the reaffiliation form, if there is a balance with that club, they should be notified that there's a balance and that the registration won't be accepted until the balance is paid.
Like when we do a reaffiliation for Florida Premier, is it individual clubs or the Florida Premier?
Total. Florida Premier total. And I'll get you that contact by tomorrow.
Well, you
I'll
gave
get
it
you
to
the
me,
contact.
and I did change it, but I still didn't get a response.
I'll get you a contact. I'll get you a
Can I ask a
contact.
question with that? Can I ask a question with that? When they register with us, who pays it? The club gives you one payment, or does individually give you payments?
Who takes it, like from Florida Premier, who takes the income on that?
See, at my club, I send out one check for everybody.
I think
That's
Florida
what
Premier
my
does
club
too.
My club too, but
I don't
what is
think-
Florida
Yeah,
Premier?
I don't think teams register. I think clubs register their team.
It's a mixture.
Auburndale still goes by team.
Yeah, some do it by team and they pay by credit card, and some maybe the registrar is inputting individual accounts.
Well,
I can't really tell who's putting it in, but
What about Florida
This
Premier?
might be too soon, but Les and I talked
they
about
pay
it,
one lump
Charlie.
sum.
So there you go. They pay one.
We need a
wait, so-
direct
Oh.
format, the same format for every single person that registers. We've got the cowboys and the Indians, it's like we've got all kinds of names and everything
Yeah,
else.
but-
we didn't know who the hell we got.
No, but we're talking about
Florida
Florida.
Premier is a good example. They've
Yeah,
got
but Paul-
12 sites. They've got
No, they got to do
Paul,
better.
teams, right?
Paul, she just said it though. She just said it.
Yeah.
Florida Premier, they pay one time for all those teams.
Yeah,
So
they
that person who paid everybody,
Yeah.
that's the one pays the fees.
There you
the
go.
fines.
There you go.
Are
'Cause he
we
already
sh-
did it.
Are we sure that?
She just
that-
said it.
No, but are we checking against the teams that enter to see who paid?
Well,
That
she
to me is the
knows.
most confusing part of this, because how do you know what the team name is if the team name's not the same, Charlie?
Jerry knows.
Well, yeah, she's gotta divine it. She's gotta
Yeah.
divine it. But
All right,
the
we'll keep
the
moving.
system, we should
I-
make it clear.
I think wouldn't it be better, but I don't know how you make this happen. Like, for example, for reschedule, we should have a button on our website that I tell, I'm not gonna move your game until you pay the fee. And they should be able to go in and pay the fee.
There
But
you
then,
go.
but the problem is, how do you keep up with that? Like that, but
Yeah.
that would eliminate a lot of the having to collect it after the fact.
Yeah.
And then if they don't pay it, what do? Then you have referee.
Yeah, then you're
telling you-
penalizing the other team. Yeah.
Or then you
Well, here's
forfeit
what we
them
need
and
to
then you
do.
keep them out of the league.
I think as a board and everything else is once a month, Les, Greg, or Paul, y'all come up with a list. These are the guys that's on the crap list. You give us a list of who hasn't paid yet, and just and just let us see what club it is.
Well, with
And-
Les's system, they should be continually getting invoices.
Beat that.
And then if they don't, I like.
And that will become easy from there.
Can we charge a card that they have on, can we send out an invoice and say your card will be charged?
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know. But listen, just send me that list and then we'll keep moving on. As long as you guys know what to do to how to get us in a better place, that's great.
Alan, I think something you were saying was pretty good. If Les sends it out and he doesn't hear nothing, nobody pays anything, the next board meeting, we say, hey,
yes,
Charlotte Premier owes
yes
$300.
Yes.
And the VP of that group, she could make a phone call that week and
There
say,
you
hey,
go.
you owe
The
us
VPs
money.
are going to be more
You
responsible.
owe
this
us
year
money,
for a
we
lot
need
of
to pay it. Les sent you
Yeah.
the invoice. So now you
And,
actually talk to
once
somebody too.
on our executive meeting, 5 minutes. You just send it. Just let us look at it. If it's only 3, 10, or whatever, I agree.
So now not just
think
Les
it's-
doing it, but double checking ourselves.
But
too,
anyway,
double
we'll get it going.
hitting.
On top of that, Sherry, will you let us know what all you need to get June 1st as our start registration? What do we need to get it up and running June 1st?
Just to know how much you're gonna charge and now we have the dates, so.
All right.
And I have to just put in dates.
That's okay. That's fine.
Even
Yeah.
though everybody changes them all, but I
So-
usually just go, weekend by weekend and obviously skip Thanksgiving and that kind of thing.
That's all right. Well, they can change. They got time to change. All right. On top of that,
Okay.
then, what do we want to charge?
What do we charge right now? What do we charge Cherry? What do we charge right now?
300?
300 and wasn't it 275 for the seniors? Wait a minute. I can tell you. Hold on. Just give me a minute. To answer your question though, the treasurer's contact information is on the affiliation form already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we should use for contact.
Contact.
Do we do anything like early registration gets a discount?
Oh, it's,
Keep it the
I don't
same
think we can
fee?
do earlier in June 1st.
No. Like, I'm saying like June 1st, so the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you.
No.
And then.
I
see if we get people
clerically,
in.
I don't know.
No,
And then-
no,
and
no
then
early,
charge a
no
little
early
more?
registration.
Then
No early
charge a little more the
registration.
next, next for the
Right,
first
Charlie.
month.
You're now. What do we want to charge? What,
So
what you guys-
This year we charged 250 for the 9s and 10s and then 300 for everybody else.
I say we go 50 on the 9s and 10s up and 50 on the other ones.
So 300 and 350.
That's what I recommend. Florida Premier League is $850. So that's FYI.
This is cheap, right? This is freaking cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cheap.
That's
That's
what.
way
That's what.
cheaper.
Yeah, that's what.
That's cheaper than any tournament that we play.
Yeah, well, people complain.
Now we're giving them 14 games.
And we, yeah, yep.
What does everybody think?
What are the other leagues charging? I mean, that's, you said FSBL.
Well, that would be part of what Carlos said, right? But Mike, you're in a few
Kathy,
leagues. What
Mike,
is it?
Yeah, I don't. I just asked Brian what we paid. I'll see what he says.
Okay.
Because
Well,
there's-
You know how much
There's
you
like-
Here's
pay?
what it is. we can't, I mean, I think 50, what Coco said, you can't just jump the hell out of it. You can't. go
No,
crazy.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I think next year, then we go up maybe a little bit more, whatever. I mean, we're giving, listen, for 50 more bucks, they're getting something now, the 9s and 10s, and at the end. So we're
Let's
giving
take
them
a
some-
shot. I'll make a motion. We go 350 and 300 to the 9s and 10s. And
I
see how it
second.
sits.
Second.
Second,
We lose 500 teams, then we know we shouldn't have
Oh,
done
if we lose 500 teams, you're
Well,
chicken
50
little.
bucks is a
it. We
problem.
could last another year if we didn't get anything.
Jeez.
Just remember.
Okay, so we got juniors at 300.
Yes.
Oh, juniors and
9s
seniors.
10s. 9s
No,
and
that's
10s.
9s and 10s, 300.
9s and 10s, 300.
Mhm.
350 for everybody else.
Everybody else, 350.
Okay.
You 11 and up.
Plus credit card fees, right?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Ah.
Can you just tack them on like that?
yes.
Plus
Okay. Yeah,
credit
let's
card
try it.
fees.
Go ahead, run it.
All right, 300 and 350. Got it.
So.
So,
you made
so
a
it's
motion for that?
300 plus the fee, right?
Mhm.
So I'm saying-
Yes, yes,
300,
What
350.
is the fee? Is
Plus
the
the
fee,
credit card
is it
fee.
standard?
yes.
What fee?
Yes.
Credit
Credit
card.
The processing
Yeah.
fee.
Everywhere. Everybody's got it now. Everybody, they tell
Yeah.
you flat out.
Is it?
Yeah, I call it
standard?
processing fee, not credit card fee. Processing.
Oh,
Mike
you
said
go to a
processing fee.
veterinarian.
Oh,
They
right,
got a
right,
sign.
right.
Veterinarians are doing it now.
Yeah,
They
processing
upcharge you.
fee.
You have to say processing fee because their credit card companies are already charging them a credit card fee.
Yeah, processing fee.
Ah, processing fee. That's right.
So if
Thank
they,
you,
I make-
Ken.
I
but
make
if
a
they
motion
send in a check, they got
like that.
no processing fees, correct?
Exactly. Cash.
Oh,
Give us cash. Cash. Give me
We need, so you need a new motion, 350 plus processing fee
Yes,
and 300
Yes.
plus processing fee.
cool.
Yes.
I'll
I make that
second it.
motion.
Eyes.
Aye.
And
Aye.
I have to figure out if you can do that in Got Sport where it just
Yes.
tacks it on, or if I have to add it to the fee. I'll figure it out.
I think you're gonna
I
have
think
to add
there's-
it, we'll have to add it to the fee.
I think that, you know, Cherry, I know that there is a toggle.
Like a
You just
setting?
toggle. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a setting. You just.
I'm sure
adjust.
there probably is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there
just have
is.
to look, or I'll call them.
Okay.
All right. So we got that. June 1st. All right. Sherry, now you can run. You can run with it now, right?
Yep,
Okay,
I just
done.
need the dates. That's it.
And I think we already went through the financial report, right? The breakdown of
Right.
expenses. That was at the beginning. We
Right,
did that, right?
Yep.
correct.
Discussion on increasing registration fees upcoming season. Last thing, ref coordinator position. That's kind of what Paul was talking about that we had before, but maybe not at the extent that we had.
No,
Should we, or do we need
We
one?
did not, it was not, let me be precise. It was not, he was not coordinating the referees. He was going to try and recruit. That was his
Recruiter.
thing.
Okay.
He was going down to every one of our
educating.
guys and having
Gotcha.
meetings with the parents.
Gotcha.
So he was
Gotcha.
recruiting.
Gotcha.
referees.
Gotcha. This one, to
Alan?
me, it's kind of like a coordinator or whatever, but do we need something that's more between us and the signers and the refs?
Well, what I would like to do, but I haven't had the authority to do it, is I'm in touch with most of the assigners because we have issues with games not being covered and whatnot for whatever reason. What I want to do is be able to hold the assigners a little more accountable with what we expect from the referees, insofar as checking passes, all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that happens. And I'm not going to charge you, $25K for any of this. I'm not going to charge you anything. But what I can see doing is going to each of those assigners area and getting a meeting together at a field somewhere with that assigner and as many referees as we can get to that site and go over procedures, game day, and, as far as the game report and everything else. And if I can I used to get them online virtually. Once every other month, I'd get about 20 referees on a virtual call, but it doesn't work as well as if you're in person with the referees and the assigners.
Well, that's good on the first part, but here's the problem that I see, and we ran into it. And matter of fact, it was Sherry experienced some of that with me during the semifinals and the playoffs. When we get a red card, we got to get the supplemental report behind that red card.
Agreed.
We're not getting it.
And
yeah, but Alan, here's what I've never understood. We are paying assigners to
Yes.
represent us.
Yes,
Right.
I know. Yeah.
And then they do not do their job. And
No.
yet we still pay them.
Mike, I'm telling you, the whole system. Here's what happened. I'll give you a little. I'm not going to go into detail, but we had an instance where we had a red card, and it showed violent conduct on it.
Mhm.
The team, and the violent conduct was 2 games because it wasn't a dead ball violent conduct. It was one where it was an automatic 2 games. This team played in the semifinals, won the semifinals. Then the other team notified us that they had an illegal player. So that team, we said, okay, you forfeit. Then they come back and think it ended up. Sherry had to dig around and get the supplemental report. It ended up somebody put in the wrong code. The ref on the supplemental report never said violent code. So now I had to go back and tell this other team, you're not,
Wow.
it was a mess. When we have a red card, you have to vet the red card to make sure everything's right with a supplemental report. Because if we go and tell somebody you're sending 3 games and then it ends up, I mean, it's a mess. So somehow this part of it has to get better. We got to verify these red cards when they come in, or the supplemental report is the file. We have to do it because Sherry, am I right? What happened?
Yeah, no, that's word for word
Yeah,
what happened.
It's embarrassing.
Maybe I probably should have caught his error, but that I will be honest, that's the hardest thing for me to keep up with.
It is. Well, that's what you can only, Sherry, you can only do so much. And right now, it's things we just need to be, if we're going to go to where we want to be and who we want to be, you have to be more organized and be on your
But Alan, what are we going to do to the assigners who don't do their job?
We'll have to find new assigners, Mike. I'm
Or
already
we have
having.
we have to find new assigners, or they don't get paid for that situation.
Here's the other issue. I've already talked with the state FSR people, as well as the regional guy down here in Region C. Okay, and there's really, he's telling me, well, if you sanction that referee for not, doing his due diligence, then you're not going to have a referee. And I would venture to say there's a good 10 to 20% of our referees don't do their due diligence on their paperwork. Okay, so we're going to be without 20% of the referees because we won't use them again.
Oh, I know.
Well, in that situation, we're saying the referee did do his job.
James, tell us.
That was
from
our
your
mistake.
side.
Wait,
What's that?
but
James,
Yeah.
tell
Go
us.
ahead.
Tell us
Tell
what
you-
you think.
What you want to know? Assigners and referees are independent contractors. They choose to work who they want to work for. If you sanction them and say, well, we're not going to use you because you're not doing your paperwork correctly, they'll just go to another club.
Yeah.
And they won't worry about it.
They'll go someplace else.
Now, I sent all the board members an email about the referee coordinator, what I'd be willing to do this, to oversee this. I'm sure y'all got it.
But James, it doesn't matter who we pay. If you are telling me that the assigners and the referees don't care damn about us, and that there's nothing we can do, we can pay everybody $100,000. They're going to have the same attitude. They don't care.
Right.
They're not going to care.
I think
so
I think a
unless
lot of
there's
the
a
stuff
penalty,
too. I think a lot of
there's
the
got to
stuff
be a
too,
penalty.
right. The only way you going, if you went to paying the referees through USA, that's about the only thing you could do. but then the referees have to sign up to do USA games. And there are a lot of clubs out there that's not paying cash from the field anymore either.
TVU only pays through electronic.
I mean, that is an option. But then it comes down, you gotta have somebody willing to make sure all their game reports are correct and everything in like by Monday or Tuesday, so you can pay that referee by
Let me
Wednesday.
mute.
Yeah, but how many refs will we lose by going to that process?
Well,
That's hard to say.
Alan, if we are going to worry about that side, then we wasted all our time right now. We just
I know.
status quo, let us go.
Now, let me ask you, would it be better if we went down to the club level and let the clubs do it?
I will only suggest one thing, that Neil Franson, who is my club's assigner, and he is sensational. There has never been an incident at the field that with referees that he assigns that did not get a supplemental report presented. And he runs a tight ship. And if you want to work for Neil Franson, these are the rules, and this is how you get assigned. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Go away. We'll go find someone else.
Should we go back to the clubs to have them do the refs?
My referee assigned, I tell you the same thing. If you don't have your shirt tucked in right, you won't ref for her.
Yes,
I mean,
and I think
she's mean.
Yeah, and
No
I think
respect
we gotta we just gotta hold the signers to a higher level.
Okay.
We've just got to do it.
Okay, fine.
I mean,
And I think one of the things, I'm sorry, Sherry, I didn't mean to step on you. Go ahead.
that's okay. I was just gonna say, my experience, when I look at the red cards through Got Sport, if I don't see that we've gotten the supplemental and I ask the assigner, they get it.
Okay, good.
They're
Good.
pretty cooperative. But again, it's just keeping up with that,
It's
having
hard.
time to dig.
Listen,
Again, it's on your plate, Sherry. That's
hard.
my problem. It's
Sure.
on your
And
plate.
having oversight, and that was a one-off, that doesn't ever,
Sure.
rarely happens, but that they entered the wrong code and,
Yeah.
being able to cross-reference with the report, things like that. I don't know who does that other than Greg and I, because not everybody would have access to that. So, I don't think we should make a decision based on that one situation, but the assigners are cooperative. But I think then, it is common that they have to ask for the stuff. It doesn't automatically get turned in.
Alan, at the coaches meeting, can we have a meeting with the assigners that work for USA League and meet with them and lay the standards out as to what we expect from them?
I think what we can do, Mike, I think one better is we can have a Zoom meeting with them. I think that might be better. You probably get more participation if you do a quick Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I think it's a mandatory meeting. I mean,
I think we should do that. That's a good idea. James, how hard would that be, do you think, to get all the assigners together on a Zoom meeting?
I just think we just make it mandatory and say this is when it's gonna be and let's do it.
If you give enough notice,
I don't.
It's a Zoom,
Look,
man.
You don't think so, Paul?
Look, here's before we do anything, there are some things that you're gonna do that this is risky. If you get in the middle of the season, we start trying to push these guys around and we have problems getting referees, we're gonna have a worse league, not a better league, okay? Enforcement is good, but the types of things we're talking about now are intrusive. No one else does it. We've got to be careful.
No, you're wrong. WFPL doesn't take any nonsense from referees. Doesn't take any nonsense from referees. If you referee their games, you better be on task.
And the other thing, Paul,
do you think you got the leverage? We got the leverage they have.
But Paul, it's not just that. I can say in my area, we had a real problem getting referees. And it wasn't the ARs, it was the centers. It was the referee assigner that was doing it. He was too far away.
So do we have a problem?
He was disconnected. I have no problem no more because we changed the referee assigner. We made him more of a local. So Katie does.
Yeah,
I think five clubs now, which we took off Burke because Burke was way too spread out, and he wasn't getting us the referees we needed.
I think we got.
We'll still do stuff, Russ. We just took.
Well, wait, we
We're not
did a
gonna
couple
crack
years
down.
ago, we changed the signers down here, Charlie, and it was we made a bad mistake because we couldn't get the guy. The guy did it for a year and left, the guy from Braden River. So in the fact that you're there managing this, it works. I agree. As a general rule, you got to be careful, because if you that part of it is every week those refs got to show up. We got to make sure that we're managing them properly and not trying to.
Paul,
They're doing their job.
I'm not
They're doing their
understanding
job. We're
you.
not bothering them.
I'm asking them just to do their job.
That's it.
Mike, they don't, okay?
Yeah, I
They
know
don't.
that, but we are asking them to do their job because we are paying them.
Yeah. Well, let's stop paying them.
Well, I'm
think-
not against. I'm not against people,
But what would
referees who
happen-
don't
What
care.
would happen then? Let's just stop paying them.
Well, I don't think it would hurt to have all the assigners right before the season.
No.
starts
The
have
meetings
a
are good,
meeting.
Alan.
I think
But we
that's
gotta,
what it is.
if you go to
And-
them,
and
you've
just
got
think-
to have an idea how we're gonna manage them.
But,
Oh
but
no,
I
you
think- I
just
think
have
having
it
a
and you
meeting-
tell them our expectations of what we need.
I think that's what I
And,
think
I mean-
Mike and Paul are saying, because if you have a meeting, you're literally telling them, listen, we want you to do your job. I mean, you're not, we're paying you, we're paying the refs more than anybody else pays them.
Yeah.
Do your job. That's all. If you don't do your job, we'll have to find somebing that does do that
Well,
job.
You
That's it.
got one assigner out there, and Kai. Hopefully, you're still here. But Pinellas United, I think Oldsmar had some problems with one of the guys. I can't remember what his name was. But
I know the guy. I'm changing him out next year.
we need, I think, as a USA, we evaluate who we have as assigners. If a guy sucks, why keep him on for years? Because we're afraid that he might divvy some refs that we can't get. I think we should evaluate the assigners that we have. Are they treating us right? Are they giving the good refs to the other leagues and leaving us with the crap? Why should we have the assignment?
Alan,
How are we
in
gonna
the past
determine?
2 years, I've gotten rid of two assigners
Yeah.
for just that reason.
And
Okay,
well, that
Yeah.
one guy you need to change out because he's
I plan on
missed
changing.
games.
I
but-
plan on changing him out. Does
Anyway.
anybody?
Greg,
Is it-
Greg, did you when you changed the assigners? Did you lose games? Did other games not get?
No.
No, exactly. So
No.
it'll
Yeah,
get
I
done.
just have it's just have to find a good assigner. Now,
Yeah.
does anybody? I mean, we've had this discussion before. Nobody's brought it up for 2 years. Do you know what the fallback is if the USA assigner cannot find a center? Do you know what the fallback is?
Well, we've had the
I don't
club assign the center.
I don't think the only person that really knows on here is maybe James, maybe Mike and Paul. I don't think anybody else does.
The
fallback-
club finds it.
The fallback is correct. The club assigner for that game goes and gets a center. So there have
The
been
only
games.
problem with that, Greg, the only problem with that is when the assigner is from 7 towns away and he's not using God's Sport or something. So how do you know there's no referee assigned
I know.
until that day game?
I know.
the
That's what happened
problem.
and that's what happened in Oldsmar.
Yes, that's the
and that's
problem.
what
And
happens.
if you ask me, they need to use our Got Sport to at least input the referee, because that is on our game cards for we know there's a referee.
Right. And I
But we
think
don't do that either. They don't do that either. That's something I think they should have to do. At least input. They don't have to use the system. At least input the name. So our game card shows the referee name. One, if there's any problems, Sherry has it right there. That's one. Two, as a coach, I put my game card up. I go, we have referees, or as a president of a club, we have referees for this game. I
But
can't
Charlie-
redo if I don't know.
Charlie,
Yes.
there's a problem with that.
What's up, Jim?
Because a
Sorry.
couple of years ago, when Deegan was the assigner over here, when Deegan was still assigning, and I'd go do a game for him, I couldn't get into Got Sports. Even as a referee, I had been in there before and accepted games. It wouldn't let me do it, and I wasn't the only referee that was like that. It's like that with several referees I've talked to who that Got Sports would not let them get in there. That's why a lot of signers don't
That's the
use
other
Got
thing.
Sports.
Oh yeah,
for.
it sucks. I'm not debating. But
But
now with
another
the new
thing too,
system, are we able to do it now, or like, it's been a year or 2 years with the. I don't know. I don't. My referee sign has no problem putting all the names in there.
I know my thing too is with me over here, I communicate with all the club assigners weekly. When I assign games and stuff, they will contact me and tell me who's doing the games and their lines and stuff and all that. A lot of times I put that in my system so I know to look at it, and I'm at the fields.
Yeah,
a lot of
you're
assigners don't go
you're
to
a good
the field.
assigner. You're
And
a good
that's why
assigner.
I even went out to West Florida Flames game fields one day to look at a referee. Unless I'd be playing over there, and that referee needed schooling. And
But
but
how do we know? How does the league know if the referee assigned to that game, if it's not in the GOT sport, the program the league is like, Sherry, you don't, right? You have no idea, right?
I don't.
That's a problem. That's a problem, if you ask me. I'm
Well,
not
but,
saying use it for
Charlie, we got
scheduling,
almost 4,000 games.
but Paul, think about that, Paul. All it is the referee is inputting it into the system that game is covered.
Yeah, I don't know, but do we have a problem getting referees to the games? That's the first question, right? Or are we just
If
talking
they're
about
scheduled right, no, we don't have if they're scheduled right.
I'm only bringing it up because Greg said
this year, but I'm saying how many games right now out of the 4,000 that we did have we had no center refs? Show I don't know. But I'm saying
handful.
Before we go anywhere, we should know that number, right?
Probably
if it's 5 games, then we don't got a problem. If it's 1,400 games, we got a problem.
Well,
How many is it?
I agree, but what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is Greg said the club is supposed to get, if there's no center, the club is supposed to get the referee signer.
Well,
if I don't
let's
know
take
it-
a look at that. Well, how else are we going to do that? How else?
No, I agree, but
Paul,
we don't know.
how you gonna
Guys, listen. I mean, we are talking in around here. We are paying assigners to do their job. We meet with assigners and we let them know our standards.
We're gonna meet.
If they don't want to do it, if they don't want to meet our standards, they tell us and we find someone else.
Yeah, they won't tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I think an assigner meeting before the season just to let them kind of what Charlie's talking about.
Don't we
views.
have meetings with them every year?
How can they help? How can we help them?
I
their
haven't
job
been in.
better?
I haven't been in one assigner meeting.
I haven't either. We will this year. We'll have one. Now, Greg, you got to get us a list of all the assigners that we're going to be using.
I got it.
All right, send it out to the board so everybody can see who we have.
We want to
On the
set.
website
Is there
too.
a guard?
Do we want to set that right now? So with everything else set, why don't we set when
Yeah,
the referee signing meeting would be?
Y'all, whatever's y'all when that one's good.
Because we have the coach. We know when the coaches meeting is. You want to put it close to the senior coaches meeting?
I think that'd
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, they have to be
We're
there.
doing Zoom.
That's too late.
I wanna
That's
do it
too late.
earlier.
Why?
You got to have it early. You have to have it right at the end of this season so that these guys know what they're doing because they've got tournaments that they're getting assigned to and everything else. There's a lot more going on than just our league. So
The assigners?
Yep.
The signers already know they're doing a league. The signers already know we're doing a league. We're not firing anybody or hiring. We're just having a meeting to discuss the job.
Game day.
Game day job.
Game day job. Let's set a date and let's see who shows up.
No, it's
They don't show
mandatory.
up, then we go to somebody else.
James, is
Yes,
that
sir.
James? Are you going to get the assigners?
I've been doing that. Mike, I've been doing that.
Okay, you've been doing that. So then you get a hold of all the assigners that has been paid by USA and say, look, we
Yes.
have a mandatory meeting that
I
we
can do that.
we need you to attend.
I have one. I have a couple every. Used to have a couple every year, Mike.
All right. So
July
July 20th.
At one point, we
meeting.
had meetings for all the referees.
Good luck with that.
Well, I mean,
No, we're not doing
I'm not
that.
saying it
Not
was
doing
well
that.
attended, but they were scheduled every year
That's
until we
fine.
got to the pandemic.
All right, what's the date? Charlie, help us. James,
July
Greg,
20th, July 20th is our coaches meeting. Do you want to do it July 13th, like 14th is a Zoom meeting, nobody's going anywhere?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do during the week? You want to weekend?
what's best for the assigners? Is during the week better for an assigner if he's on the weekend being busy with all the tournaments?
James,
Yes,
talk to
sir.
us.
Would it
I
be
mean, if
better
you
on the
want to do it
weekday?
virtual, you could do it anytime. I
July
would just
5th.
say, I would say a Sunday night wouldn't be that bad. A Sunday night shouldn't be that bad because you're gonna
Okay.
be done with your tournaments.
July 14th.
Got it. Zoom meeting. What
July
time?
14th, July 14th, 7 p.m.
Got it. And that is the assigner meeting, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
everything's scheduled.
Got it. All right. So
And
14th
one-
assigner meeting,
hey,
20th.
And it won't be long.
No,
it
no.
won't be long.
No, I'll
No.
put it, hey, Mike, I'll have an agenda that I'm gonna put out to y'all.
Yeah. No, just something that states, and we drive the narrative. They don't tell us, we tell
Yes,
them what we want
correct.
to do.
Gotcha.
Correct.
All right, done. Anything else?
That'll do.
Oh, I do have a question.
Good.
What about the,
Boo, boo.
sorry. What about the grants for this year?
What?
Because I saw on the website that they were due by April 30th, but I don't even think we put that out there or anything.
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
mean, or are we not doing it or whatever, but then it should come off the website.
I agree with you.
I think
Thought?
this year we probably keep it as close as we can to get somebody, but there was a suggestion at this weekend. I think it was Lesser, Charlie. We should redirect this. They can't do it this year, of course, but from here on in, we should redirect the scholarship money to referees. That should be where every
include 'em,
year
or
we
include 'em.
have a scholarship for a referee.
An outstanding referee. We should just include it. You know, do
Hang
it.
on,
Let the
hang on.
referees be included.
No, not included.
So-
That's what it should be, Charlie. So we're saying, look, you ref for USA and you're a high school kid. There's a scholarship here for you. Because the other one, did you guys ever look at the stuff we got last year?
Yes.
It was terrible. I mean, there's no
Yes.
service.
And it's getting worse.
Yes, there's no service at all. I mean, really, and look, we gave the money out, that's fine, the kids got it, but we're really at a point now where we're not getting anybody that does anything. We
Yeah.
just give money away. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, we
No, there is, Paul. There is something wrong with that.
yes, but
Because
Mike, we're already touting it. We've
Yeah.
got to stop doing it, but I think we redirect it to the referees and make it a referee scholarship.
yeah,
See if
for
that
somebody
helps.
that has provided service to
Yes,
the USA
yes.
League.
That way we're locked in. We know that it's somebody that's given a service to the sport.
Yeah, I like that.
Because
I'll
we're
tell you what
getting
the
nobody.
other,
We're getting
I'll tell you what-
almost no.
I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what
service.
else we could add to that is that we could have a scholarship for the senior teams that play in the championship. A player of the tournament in that older age group.
I don't. I have to think about that. I mean, what is it based on? Sportsmanship or play?
Just a play of the tournament. It puts a value on playing in the tournament. But the referee is a good idea. All
Yeah,
right.
the referee. I think we can sell that too.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I
It's-
agree.
It's
Yeah.
something that, and I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think it's it's not my idea, but I mean, when I heard it, I thought, shit, that's a good idea because last year, we had almost no.
Yeah, I remember reading it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, not- I mean, and I'm not blaming the kids. It's just they don't
No,
do it
it's just,
anymore.
it's
There's
just
no
the way
such,
things
there's
are
no
now.
such thing.
Yeah.
There was a couple
yeah.
kids that coached a little bit, but I mean, this is.
Yeah,
the
I agree.
Well, I'll tell you what, real quick, and then we can get everything. Paul, who can develop what you just talked about? A business module of it,
Oh, well,
of the grant to the refs.
We just changed the scholarship. When we put it out, we changed the wording completely as to what we're looking for, right? I think it's too late this year, but I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You just change the requirements to
Yes,
say
Yeah.
it's
precisely.
not
Yes,
only
sir.
you have to play,
Well-
not only after you have to
No,
play the
we'll
league, but
rewrite it.
No,
the
no.
requirements is-
I'm not telling, I'm saying, we all agree on that, but who's going to do that?
Well, I'll redraft the.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You, thank you, Paul.
yeah. It's and we can add to it if you don't like it. you
Yeah,
add to it,
I love Paul. Bring it to the
Hey,
meeting.
Paul.
Yeah.
Sure.
Paul, you
We're
it's
done.
wrong. You're supposed to say you can take away from what I put out because it may be it may be a booklet.
All right. Anything else? We
Good
got a
night.
lot done tonight. We got a lot
A
done.
lot done
Yeah,
tonight, man. Good
also-
job,
A
everybody.
lot. I mean,
A lot done.
when was the last time we went a year out with a date?
Yeah, all the dates, what organization, man. We get all out and
We're
be
gonna
good.
look. They're gonna say, "My God, these guys." I don't know.
And for the calendar, historically, our meetings are supposed to be what, the second Sunday of the month? But then we kind of got all wonky with it. Do
We
want
got weird. Yeah.
to go back to that or the third
Yes.
Sunday?
Yes. Second Sunday.
Well, your AGM is the third Sunday, right? Let me see.
Jeez, no, see, we're already in a.
Yeah.
Jerry,
So
I
we
was in
could-
bed 30 minutes ago and then you started this conversation. Now you started another conversation. And-
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wait, listen, while we're all, whoever's left, I mean, we're dropping like flies now, people getting off. When do we want our next meeting? If we need to get back on track, where would be the good day?
So definitely the AGM is the third Sunday. So do you want to just every third Sunday put it on the calendar?
Yeah,
Done.
for the moment, that sounds good. I mean,
Every third Sunday?
every month changes.
That's what I'm saying.
fine.
Oh,
All right,
this is,
I make a motion to have it every third Sunday of the month.
Second.
Third Sunday of the month, not every.
Second.
okay, so every third Sunday, right?
Subject to change.
Yeah, well, it is.
All right, good job.
Good night.
All right, guys, a motion to end.
I make a motion to end the meeting.
Second.
Second.
Guys,
Aye.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you,
Good
Good
job.
night, guys. Good night, everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Okay. All right.
Night, Greg.
All right. Good night. I'm trying to find my toolbar. Every time Carlos takes a damn thing, I never get anything back right.
I know.
I'm getting tired of this. I really am.